is different. Fix Vodka is the world's first high-alkaline, acid-free vodka. Handcrafted with natural spring water and select grain. Clean, smooth, done right. Better water, better vodka. Get your local fix.
Fix Vodka.
Enjoy responsibly.
Wisconsin weather doesn't ease into spring. It keeps you guessing. That's why your windows and doors need to handle everything. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we build for year-round comfort. Now get 0% interest until 2030. That's years of no interest, so you can upgrade now and pay over time. Plus, enjoy a free in-home consultation, expert installation, and a 10-year limited warranty. But order by April 30th. Schedule today at PellaWI.com.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The clock is ticking. Front offices are scrambling. Fans are pacing. And every pick, it changes everything.
With the 78th pick,
With the 45th pick,
the 26th pick, in the 2023, in the 2020,
and the 2024 NFL Draft.
The Green Bay Packers.
the Green Bay Packers,
The Green Bay Packers
The Green Bay Packers
select
Jordan Love,
Tucker Kraft,
Edgerrin Cooper, linebacker.
quarterback.
tight end, South Dakota State.
This is ESPN Wisconsin draft coverage. Now broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside Steve Homer True, here's Alex Strofe.
Oh, finally, the Green Bay Packers will make a pick tonight. Finally. Alex Strofe, Steve the Homer True with you. Night 2 of the 2026 NFL Draft. Packers with pick 52 and 84 tonight. Homer, do you think they will pick in both of those spots?
They'll definitely pick in the first spot.
You don't think they'll trade out of 52?
No, because there's nobody. The draft is so weak compared to other
Well, I
drafts.
think they might move back from 52 is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think they 52 isn't what 52 normally is. I think they believe there'd be somebody there worth it. But I don't really know. I just don't think there's any way they move up. But I guess it's, if you can get extra picks. I don't think he wants extra picks this year.
Oh, I do.
Because the draft stinks. Why do I want players
He
when the
always
draft
wants
isn't
picks.
any? Again, that's true. I don't ever remember a draft in which they said, this draft stinks. So
He hasn't said that, though.
You
know he loves his picks.
That's true. But, I mean, you're asking me to guess on something, and I'm guessing that way because of, and I agree, he generally likes more picks.
I have bad news.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to guess a lot more tonight.
That's fine.
Okay, good. You seemed upset.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Good. Cornerback seems like the obvious one, right?
That's what Gary Ellerson says. My pick was a defensive tackle, Lee Hunter, because he did so well in the practice at the Senior Bowl, and I think if it's a cornerback, they had they didn't really list many cornerbacks, so I thought that's probably why I didn't pick one. They did. They had Colton Hood, the kid from Tennessee, but he's going to be, I think, too early. I think he'll be gone before they pick. Most everything has him earlier than that, but I can't see. Everybody knows we all agree on the areas they need help. Offensive line, cornerback, and defensive line.
Yep.
And so all of us would do it the same way. They're going to base it on which player they have ranked highest, I think, at any of those three positions. So, and if it's close, maybe they'll go cornerback. What we don't know is if he thinks the same way about cornerbacks that we do.
Sure.
We don't know what he thinks. He's never going to say, "Oh, this part of the team's no good." So
he did say earlier this week, though, they need to add bodies there.
Yes,
which is more than he usually says because, as you've called him many times, boring.
Yeah, and he lies.
And he lies. He's boring and a liar.
Right. He's never going to say
It's a ringing
anything bad.
endorsement.
And I agree with him. I would advise people, you want to know how to talk to the media if you're a GM, go talk to Goody. Why would I tell anything? I wouldn't.
Sure.
I want people to say, all I do is lie. Why would I want to tell people what we're doing when I'm competing against them and we're all after the same people? I want them to go, as maybe somebody does, well, whatever he says they're going to do, we can rule that out. And so he really doesn't say much of anything.
What do you want people to say about you?
It depends what my position is. You mean about the show?
Yeah, just in general.
I don't care. If they listen, that's all I care. People say, I can't believe you would say this. You're so stupid or this. I said, I don't care. You were listening. It's all that matters. Nothing matters. You can have any opinion at all. If you don't listen, why would I care what you think? You don't listen. You don't exist. A person does not exist if they don't listen to the show.
You know, people really don't like you on Twitter, I learned this week.
Some don't. That's fine. My job on Twitter is to tell people what I think and then let me decide how they respond to me, unless they come up with a good reason. My favorite line is, if you don't explain why you disagree with what I said, it's a waste of your time and mine. So some do, and there are times when people bring up good points. I think, all right, yep, got to consider that. But to say, as someone did, the greatest ever, because I'm pushing for Hank the dog to get into the Brewers Walk of Fame.
I thought you thought Hank the dog was fake.
No. I mean, I don't know how many Hank the dogs there were. No,
That's
I
what
don't
it
think
was.
Yeah.
You thought there was multiple Hank the dogs.
Could have been. I don't know. All I know is kids love it, and Hank the dog should be in the Walk of Fame, and people loved it. And I said it so much that a guy tweeted, F you and the dog.
Oh, wow.
And I said, what's your heat with the dog? Leave the dog alone. Why? But that was just to be amusing. But, and others said you got to get those people eliminated. Can you do something on Twitter like get them off or ask that they don't? I said, no, I'm not bothered by it. I might have lunch with a person. I don't understand why they don't have every kid going to a game and go over there and want a picture.
With the dog.
With Hank the dog or however they would.
Well, they weren't very good that year.
Hank the dog is forever.
Hank the dogs.
Well, whatever. Yeah, I mean, he's Hank the dog, and they're more than one, but it's the concept of Hank the dog.
I'll tell you why I find this amusing, because, and we'll get back to the NFL draft. The 49ers pick is in at pick number 33, so about 19 to go until the Packers are finally on the clock. And, of course, we will keep you posted on all of that. Jason Wely will join us throughout the course of when we are with you tonight until the end of the third round or 10 o'clock, whichever is later is when we will be with you.
Do we have the ability to go wherever you can get the picks early? Doesn't somebody do that? I want to do that.
So you want the picks early?
Yes.
I have multiple ways to do that. Because I remember 2 years ago when we were at the Q Club, you were, and this had to be one of the first times you and I had met, in person at least. And we were doing the draft show together. It was my second day working in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We were at the Q Club together.
Uh-huh.
And there was a large fella right in front of us with a Mark Chmura jersey on who did not know Chewy. And you were very amused by Pretty Ricky, the Twitter account.
Yeah, he had him.
Well, I have bad news for you. Pretty Ricky got popped. They figured out who he was.
And?
He doesn't exist anymore. Account's gone.
Well, he can have another account.
Well, somebody else reports the picks early.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So I'll keep you posted on when those come through. But
we don't need to pass them along early.
You just want to know them before everybody else.
Yeah, I want to see how early it happens.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know when we get the first pick in. We still haven't had the first pick reported, pick 33 for the San Francisco 49ers. So I don't think anybody's going to beat the commissioner on the first pick of the night, or the assistant commissioner, whoever announces the picks tonight. But it's the 49ers, then we will go to the Arizona Cardinals, and then it'll be the Buffalo Bills, who traded back 3 times in the same draft last night. I don't know that I've ever seen that done.
I think you're probably right there. Yeah.
3 times last night to get out of the first round.
Right.
I think that might be what Goody does tonight. He loves his picks. I think he might acquire a bunch of them.
Okay. We'll see. I don't think so, but I don't know. I would normally agree with you, but I think given the nature of the draft and what people have said.
What makes you keep saying that?
Because people that I read say this year, not only that, this year's draft stinks and next year's is really good.
Dazon Scribbling, the wide receiver from Ole Miss. So a wide receiver off the board. I imagine the Packers probably not looking at that tonight. though they may at some point this week in the wide receiver position, Homer. But after the news today, I think extra they won't be looking at that tonight. I thought maybe they could pick a receiver tonight, but after
all right,
the
let me
Jaden
give
Reed
you the
extension.
update. According to my guy at The Athletic, who I think is good, but Mel Kiper I like also.
Is this Dane Brugler?
Yes. He had him listed as pick number 67. Big-bodied, great hands, shaky routes. And he is gone now in pick 33, right?
That is correct.
All right. So, according to Dane, you reached on that one.
Big reach.
There's the player other than the player that's out there that's the highest. Number 23 is Emmanuel McNeil Warren from Toledo, a safety.
Matt Miller at ESPN, Homer.
Yeah,
had this guy as the 15th ranked receiver.
Okay. Yeah, it's
going to be one of those nights, I think.
No, I mean that's why I do this, because I'm just curious. If I worked harder at it, I would have more than a one list of the top 200, and then you would find out there may be a wider range for some players from these people, and if it's wider for them, then I can see that it could be wider for when they're picked. But 23, like for example, where do you have Denzel Boston, wide receiver out of Washington, the 26th overall pick? So
ESPN has him at 23rd.
41 spots before the guy that was just taken, Stribling. And it says here, strong hands, no top speed. So it could be what you're looking for. Another wide receiver who's available, Jeremy. Is that I don't know how to pronounce his name. Germi. Jeremy Bernard from Alabama.
Yes, Jeremy.
Good player, well-rounded, pro-ready. Based on what I have there, I would take him. They passed on those two. Chris Bell, Louisville, big, strong, explosive. When healthy, will start in the NFL. So there's another guy that was ranked above. All right, do we got any more wide receivers? They're all over the place that they passed on. Malachi Fields. This is a guy the Packers might take. Maybe he's too good.
Tell me why.
Because he was a big shot in the practices of the Senior Bowl, which is my premise of what they have always done with players. They love guys. Malachi Fields, Notre Dame wide receiver, cut above other good ones, top 50 moving up. Ooh.
Okay,
maybe they would, if the Packers would take him, he might be Greg Jennings. He could be the next Greg Jennings.
Okay.
But anyway, this is based on my premise that it always seems that the Packers like people that are practiced well in the Senior Bowl. And Jason said that's actually, there's some truth to that. Two of his peeps on their draft show also picked Lee Hunter, the defensive lineman out of Texas Tech, because I'm sure they saw the same thing I did. I have two different sources of the practice, and both of them listed Lee Hunter. So that made me think. Number 26 prospect into the week. Run and pass, can do it both, which is special for a defensive lineman. Mm-hmm. When you get a defensive tackle, you just assume they're going to say, can't rush the passer. Could be first round. Well, if he's available at their pick, that could be one as well.
Have you heard about the Big Citrus? Do you know that nickname?
Is that the Iowa guy?
Iowa State, yes.
Oh, the guy that's like 6'7", and he was taken, right?
He's 6'2". No. He's still out there. He's rated right behind Lee Hunter. Dominique Orange. Spelled like orange. They call him the Big Citrus.
From where?
Iowa State. 6'2", 322. He's a big boy in the middle.
Yeah, they have a...
They call him
it was Arizona
Big Citrus.
State.
The Big Citrus, Homer. That's an all-time great nickname.
That is pretty good, yes. And the thing... Yes, Dominique Orange, Iowa State. Ineffective pass rusher. Like I said, the defensive tackle. He's listed at 64, but I have no mention of him in the Senior Bowl. That's why I went much sooner with Lee Hunter.
All right, we will continue to break down what the Packers could do at pick 52 as the draft off and
we got pick 34 is in.
Pick 34,
Chase Bisontis. We mentioned him. Texas A&M. Did you say that?
That is an offensive guard where Arizona went at pick 34. I have not said that yet. Pick 35 is in for the Buffalo Bills. They will select at 35.
I could see them taking the risk on McCoy.
I could too.
We'll see.
They could use a lot of help.
By the way,
Go ahead.
Bisantis was picked number 34 and ranked number 34.
I wonder how many times that'll happen.
Not often.
Not often.
First time.
We roll on. It's ESPN Wisconsin's Draft Night. Homer and Strofe with you until the end of the third round, or at least 10 o'clock, whichever is later, as we await the Packers' first selection in the 2026 NFL Draft. We'll all find out together right after this.
We're back after this on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week.
The Green Bay Packers select.
It's officially Draft Week, and ESPN Wisconsin is your home for everything you need to know.
If there are going to be teams that are interested in moving up to get a specific player, that feels to me to be exactly what Goody needs.
From the first pick to the final name called, we've got it all. Thursday to Saturday, live and local with wall-to-wall coverage. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, or ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Summertime is when the largest number of homes hit the market,
which makes it the bottom of the ninth for sellers. Homes that show well, get priced right, move first.
Yeah! This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Sal Alioto. In a crowded summer market, smart pricing, preparation, and expert local strategies make all the difference.
Get started today with our white glove selling experience at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
A real estate team driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
When Milwaukee families need help, the United Way is there, reducing barriers to employment, providing transportation, safe and stable homes, and more for over 192,000 people.
And this month, Cunis is proud to stand beside them. Hi, I'm Bill Eater with Cunis of Milwaukee.
And I am Tony Avery with the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. During the Cunis Drives Milwaukee 1000 event, they're donating $100 to the United Way for every vehicle sold.
Our goal this month is simple: 1,000 vehicles across 3 Cunis Milwaukee dealerships.
For a $100,000 donation to the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County.
To help us reach our goal, you'll find incredible deals on all new and pre-owned vehicles at our 3 locations in Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall.
Be a part of driving Milwaukee forward at the Cunis Drives Milwaukee 1000 event.
Start your search today at CunisMKE.com. That's CunisMKE.com.
Brewers baseball is back, and there's only one way to celebrate: with a Surfside iced tea and vodka or a Surfside lemonade and vodka. Smooth, refreshing, and made for game day, Surfside is the perfect match for a day at the ballpark or catching the game at home. Surfside is only 100 calories with 0 bubbles, so it goes down easy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Give me your biggest takeaway.
One. Oh, number one?
Yes.
With the bullet, it's not even close. Micah Parsons is the guy we thought he is.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night continues. Alex Strope, Homer with you. Picks are flying in tonight. I like the speed we're rocking at, Homer. Just to catch everybody up, the Bills have selected Clemson defensive end T.J. Parker at pick 35 after trading back 3 times last night. The Texans traded up 2 spots from 38 to 36. They're selecting Ohio State defensive tackle Caden McDonald after their trade, and that puts the New York Giants on the clock before the Raiders will select at pick 38. So nothing too shocking. That very
McDonald was very close. The Athletic had him as the 32nd, and Mel Kiper had him at 37. So there's still a couple people with better number, but not many.
The only shock of the night was that very first pick. Everybody seems to think that this guy could have been around in the 3rd round, or 4th round.
He was taken with pick 33, and he's listed on this one, which is a 3rd one from CBS Sports, at 120.
Okay,
so that would be that might be the biggest reach. The Vikings' first pick in the round was a huge reach as well. Not by me, but by those people. By the way, the grade is already in from CBS. The 49ers get a C+. If somebody is picked 120 and you have him at 33.
Can I tell you something, though, Homer?
That's a D.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Draft grades are so dumb. They're so dumb.
Why? If you think that, it's hard to be right, but if you think he's 120 and a team takes him 33.
Right, but it's all about situation. You're smart enough to know this.
It isn't. No, it isn't about situation.
Oh, it's certainly about situation.
No. Players are at a certain level. They go up a little or big. I disagree with that totally. How good you are, not what
Why
your
didn't
situation.
Sam Darnold work with the Jets?
What?
Why didn't Sam Darnold work with the Jets?
Because the Jets are a mess.
Because of a situation.
Well, hold on. But there have been 50 quarterbacks in a similar situation. You mentioned Sam Darnold. I can mention 40 other quarterbacks that pretty much stayed in that range. When you have one exception, that doesn't make it the
Malik
norm.
Willis in Tennessee.
What?
Malik Willis in Tennessee. The situation sucked. He goes to Green Bay, and he was a rock star.
Well, no, he isn't a rock star. He played very few games.
He's got paid $30 million.
Again, we'll see what he does at $30 million. We'll see how well he plays now. To this point, So, again, you can come up with a couple, and if I need be, I'll come up with 50, in which they didn't turn out to be that good.
You know situation matters.
No. It matters a little, but to bring it up it's the last thing you bring up.
Well, my point was with this San Francisco receiver, he ends up in a good situation, so maybe he turns out to be a rock star, and it's a lot better than a C+.
Then it will be, but if he does turn out to be good, they need to be given credit because it wasn't thought. He clearly has issues. Or they wouldn't have him at 120. But you're right. And whoever the GM is, San Francisco's been pretty good. So my guess is that he'll probably be better than the people that thought he was 120 because their assessment of him was wrong for whatever reason. I got to look and see what they said about him. Didn't I say he couldn't do routes? Wasn't that what it was?
I think you said something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm enjoying
big body, great
analysis.
hands, shaky routes. Yeah. And they didn't have him at 120. They had him at 67. So, again, that's my interest is the players that are out there that there's a very wide range of difference. The other guy that was just taken from Ohio State, the 3 had him pretty close to the same.
This should perk your ears up. The run on corners may be getting underway as the New York Giants have selected Tennessee cornerback Colton Hood at pick number 37.
Yeah.
Reliable man-to-man guy who certainly has gotten some attention. But, I mean, if you look at cornerback rankings, depending on where you're looking, it looks like the next 6 can all be jumbled no matter who you're looking at. According to Mel Kiper, he is the 3rd best corner available behind his teammate, Jermod McCoy and Avion Terrell.
Yeah, and before you mention McCoy, you have to mention he didn't play at all last year. So.
Right, with the ACL.
Yeah, he is apparently really good. But he was listed. Colton Hood went, what number again? 37 to the Giants?
That's correct.
Yeah, because my list has him at 30. So, again, he was the guy who was ranked better, but I don't know that he's a cornerback. It's the safety, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. So, of cornerbacks, it's the kid Terrell from Clemson.
Would love to see him wind up in Green Bay.
Yes. So
I don't know that he'll fall to 52, but maybe the Packers move.
There's 37. If you just went through the players that are available on my athletic list, they will automatically guaranteed to get somebody better than 52 if they like them. They're probably 20 that are left under 52. But do you have a pick yet? Have you picked the Packers selection?
I've liked this guy all week. We'll see if this is where they go. I think they go corner if they stick at 52. I really like Malik Muhammad out of Texas, but measurables, he's not really a Packers guy.
Because of his size?
Because of his size. Yeah, he's 6 foot, 182. So a little thin, a little tall, given your typical Packers prototype at cornerback. But he's not a flashy guy. He's just a rock-solid, reliable corner. And tell me what the Packers need back there, Homer. A rock-solid, reliable corner.
Yeah.
That's something I'd like to see them grab.
87 is where he is. Tall, skinny, weak, quick.
That's how people describe me.
Instincts.
Tall, skinny, and weak.
Yeah.
2 peas in a pod, me and Malik Muhammad.
Malik Strofe Muhammad. They had him listed as the 11th, but tall, skinny, weak.
Kuiper has him at 8th.
Well, but if you value his ability to guard and you can run and you can stay with people, you could be weak and still get away with it. So we are now at number 38.
38, and I'll probably have an answer for you in
the Raiders.
A moment.
Now, are you using the cheater, or are you waiting till it comes up?
I'm using the cheater, but I'm going to close the cheater when the Packers are on the clock.
Okay.
Because we're going to take that pick live, and we're going to experience it together. Because it's a moment for us, Homer.
No, it's not.
Yes. Oh, don't lie to me.
Why would I lie to you? But it can be a moment for you. It's not a moment for me. This is just.
Don't you believe we shared a moment last year in Green Bay when Matthew Golden was selected?
No.
I grabbed your shoulder.
I don't remember.
That's a moment.
It might have been for you. I don't remember it.
You were wearing your old Packers jersey. Who are you wearing?
Maybe that was Ray Nitschke or Fuzzy Thurston. It might have been Fuzzy.
I think it was Fuzzy.
Yeah, it might have been. I don't remember anything about it.
You looked like you were in the North Pole. You were all bundled up. You were wearing a blanket.
Yes. I was upset because I don't see any reason to do things outside, be it anything. Like all these NFL people that
was a year ago tonight, for the record. Year ago today.
I don't remember it, but
you just said you were upset. Of course you remember it.
I don't remember it. I'm always upset when we're outside. I don't remember anything about it. I don't understand why people think that's cool. They do it with NFL people at halftime. It's idiotic. I'm listening. I don't need to see the people outside. It makes them tougher to do their job because they're freezing cold and everything else. You don't get as good a performance, and there's some benefit for them to be out in the cold. I would put one young person out in the cold that would be on the field anytime I need something on the field. But Terry Bradshaw in the group, what the hell are they on the field for? What's the point? There is none. You have a booth, and now the way you can do it, you can make it seem like they're outside or right behind it by what you put behind it, just like all the play-by-play that's done by people that aren't even at the arena, at the facility.
I'm going to give you a compliment that you maybe have never heard from your wife. Are you ready?
Okay.
I guarantee your wife has never said to you what I am about to say to you, and I mean it 100%.
Fine. That's nice to know.
I love it when you complain.
Okay.
Let me guess. Nancy's never said that to you.
Never said I love it when you complain. I don't know that many people say they love it unless
you're a world-class complainer. You're amazing at it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else on your mind in regards to our experience together?
No, it wasn't. This had nothing to do with your experience together.
Yes, it does.
No.
I get to hang out with the GOAT of Wisconsin Sports Talk Radio at the only draft that's ever happened in the state of Wisconsin. Scratch that. The only draft that's ever happened in Green Bay.
Okay. Thank you.
And you are mad a year later, a year removed, that it was cold outside in April in Wisconsin.
No, that they decide to do things in which announcers are outside, not just that particular one. There's no purpose to it whatsoever. As a viewer, which I was long before I never gave a damn where the people were. I care what you say and whether it's of value, not if I look out and go, person's freezing
Jim Nance
cold.
at the Masters.
Yes.
Shouldn't be outside?
No need for it. No.
They're at a golf course, Homer.
Fine. He can watch it on TV. They do important soccer games, international huge games, and the announcers are sitting in the studio in Bristol.
All right, I'm done.
Nobody
I'm
cares.
done listening to you complain because we've got to run on corners now.
Yeah, the kid from Clemson.
Colton Hood goes at 37 to the Giants. Arizona cornerback Treydon Stukes goes at 38 to the Raiders.
Hold on. Let me look him up. That looks like a bit of a reach.
Hey, that means the guys I like are hanging around.
Where is he from again? Stukes from Arizona. He's at 56. What number did he go again?
He just went 38th to the Raiders.
Okay. You assume the Raiders are going to mess up. So
I'm not even seeing him on this list.
Okay.
I'm looking at on ESPN.com.
All right, let me tell you what the guy says about him. Hold on. What was his name again? Raider from
Treydon Stukes.
Treydon Stukes. Instincts fit best as a nickel. All right.
Okay.
That means he's kind of a T-buck.
Packers don't really need a nickel. They like Javon Bullard a lot in that spot.
All right.
ESPN just doesn't even have him on there. So, okay.
They
Maybe
don't
I'm
have
not
him
looking,
listed?
Yeah, maybe I'm not looking at the
they
best
got to
side.
have him because
They might have him under safety.
That would be a great point. I think that could be it. I have him as the 8th
Yes,
best
they have him at safety.
cornerback.
Third best safety is what they have listed as.
Mm-hmm.
Available, that is. 5th overall.
Yep. And you still have, you wonder what's wrong with him. You still have Avion Terrell from Clemson, who's the overall 27th for a cornerback.
Well, so you're ignoring Jermod McCoy, who many have listed over him because of the ACL.
Yeah, he's in a different group.
Well, people did that, remember, a couple of years ago with wide receiver Jamison Williams, and he ended up recovering just fine, and he's been a really good weapon for the Lions.
I asked Jason if he can remember one player in the history of the Packers like him. He said no, and I said, well, then they're not going to take him. If you have a history of it working out, because it could be a phenomenal pick. Pons, the cornerback from Indiana.
He's a slot.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to
maybe too small, so yeah, you can get him out.
Yeah. Well, also, I think that they're comfortable sticking with Javon Bullard in that slot.
Brandon, is it Cisse? I don't know. Cisse, South Carolina, NFL speed.
Do you want an NFL player with the last name Cisse?
I don't know that that's how you pronounce it. That's my third. NFL speed. Raw. Late to anticipate routes. Okay. You get all this free stuff. Now you understand why they're not... Who else do we have at cornerback? You mentioned Keith Abney, Arizona State. Undersized, could be NFL starter. That's
well, the Packers could use one of those.
Yes.
All right, let's take a break because Jason Wilde's going to join us at 6:45 in about 10 minutes. Jason Wilde's going to join us for at least a while. He'll break down everything going on in the draft as a run on
We're
corners.
at number 39.
We are at number 39. You are
Still
correct.
got a ways to go.
Still do, but they could move if we keep going cornerback. But I'm just going to spoil it for you. Cleveland did not go cornerback. They went wide receiver. Denzel Boston goes to Cleveland, number 39, pairing him with Casey Concepcion, who they drafted last night. So new look wide receiving core is it going to be Shedeur Sanders? Is it going to be Deshaun Watson in Cleveland? Whoever their starting quarterback will be. Denzel Boston, the Washington wideout, goes to Cleveland at pick 39. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue to break things down as we count down to the Packers' first pick of the second round and the second day of the 2026 NFL Draft. Homer and Strofe with you. Jason Wilde coming up at 6:45. All still ahead. ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
More coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week.
If you still think sports bar means sticky floors and basic wings, you're doing it wrong. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Strofe, and I got to tell you about Veer North, right in the heart of Milwaukee's East Side. Veer North, flipping the game day experience. Better cocktails, great pizza, and a menu that goes way beyond the usual. Catch every big play on their wall-to-wall screens in a space that feels like a night out. From the big game or your next client meeting, Veer North delivers every time. Veer North, where Milwaukee watches the game elevated.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform, not just exist. Your storytelling would inspire, not fall flat. Your integrated campaigns would create impact, not excuses. There'd be no refreshing dashboards, no waiting on a report to explain what happened. It's time to generate quality leads and turn them into customers. Let's make it happen with Saturn Lounge, your marketing partner for clear, measurable results. Visit us today at SaturnLounge.com. When marketing works, it shows.
We have standards in Wisconsin. Cheese should squeak. Sports and tailgating go hand in hand with brats aplenty. And beef is a delicacy where each bite makes you close your eyes for a second. For 50 years, Bunzel's has been hand-selecting the finest beef, making homemade specialty sausages, and crafting award-winning jerky right here at home. Because Wisconsin is still cattle country, quality isn't optional. It's expected. And after 5 decades, Bunzel's still delivers. Stop in today at 90th and Burleigh or at bunzels.com.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured Call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
2026 Brewers Group tickets are on sale now, and planning your next event at American Family Field has never been easier. Whether it's a company outing, family reunion, or night out with friends, bring your group of 15 or more to the ballpark and enjoy up to 25% off single game tickets with no service fees. All Brewers home games are available now. Start planning today, and a Brewers Group ticket rep will handle the rest. But hurry, tickets are moving fast. Plan your 2026 outing at brewers.com/groups.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Josh DiMaggio here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. I've been on this journey since January and have already lost 35 pounds. It's been easy, safe, and their team continued to help me reach my goals. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. That's up to a pound per day. And for a limited time, get $200 off the spring special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal and Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal and Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
Whether it's breaking Packers news, breaking Bucks news, or breaking Brewers news, we are Milwaukee's place for the biggest sports stories right when they happen on 94.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night continues. Alex Stroman Homer with you. We await pick 52 as the Chiefs go edge rusher R. Mason Thomas. Is that a single letter first name? R. Mason is his first name.
Very well could be. In doing my research, I discovered the first names are now, there's a choice of about 1 million. R. Mason Thomas, Oklahoma. Undersized but fast, picked by the Athletic as the 10th best edge rusher at number 44. So
they've gone all defense. The Chiefs have. They let both of their starting corners go to L.A. The Rams this offseason. They've had 3 picks. Pick number 6 for the Chiefs doesn't feel right to me, given how good they've been. And I know they traded up from I think it was 9 last night, but the Chiefs having a top 10 pick just feels wrong.
How many games did he miss?
It's like the Belichick Patriots having a top 10
How many
pick.
games did he miss this year?
Not that many. He tore his ACL, I think it was the same week as Parsons, so probably week 15.
Yeah, they lost a ton of close games. You're right.
It was a bad season, but it feels like the Patriots.
Right. Even a bad season for Kansas City should not be picking that early. I would agree. R. Mason Thomas. All right. So we still have
Another defensive end going to go here at 41 to the Cincinnati Bengals. It's Texas A&M defensive end Cassius Howell at pick 41. He is the reigning SEC Defensive Player of the Year. So another edge
Cassius
rusher.
Howell, yep, got it here.
I'll tell you this summer, I'd be fine with a run on edge rushers.
So,
and I want the Packers to draft an edge rusher eventually, but I'd be fine with a run here because I want the best corner possible.
They are looking at, these people seem to be looking at the athletic guy because he's pretty close. That was pick 41. He has him listed as 39, and that's with Cincinnati, right?
Oh, my guy's ahead of it. So, yeah, that was pick 41 to Cincinnati was...
It's not here yet.
Cassius Howell. I have pick 42 already, though.
You do?
I do.
For the New Orleans Saints?
That's correct. The New Orleans Saints did select at 42. They took defensive tackle Christian Miller out of Georgia.
Yes, I've seen that name.
That's a name that's been floated to the Packers quite a bit. Christian Miller.
Miller.
But he goes at pick 42 to the Saints, that means we are halfway. That's 10 picks through the second round of the NFL draft. 9 more to go until the Packers will be on the clock at pick 52.
Yeah.
I like the speed of this round, Homer. Lots coming through early.
I agree. 5 minutes. They could do it for the first round, too.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But
Christian Miller, 43 in the Athletic, and he was taken with pick number 42. I swear they're going with this guy's picks. It's amazing. 44 went 40. 43 went 42. 39 went 41. 34 went 34. It's the Athletic guy, Dane. His name is irrelevant, but it's the Athletic guy. And he did the top 300. I felt there was no need to go past 100.
Well, what's the final pick of the third round?
84.
32 times
84. Well, no, I don't care about the picks after the Packers.
Well, what if they trade back in? What if they trade back?
Then I'll deal with that. I'm not doing my work.
You got 2 computers in front of you. You'll be okay.
I'm not doing my research based on expecting that. So I got to 100.
There's 96 picks.
By the way, one of the greatest, most mocked pick was Nick Collins.
That turned out all right.
I know it turned out great, but he was like, whatever they picked him, he was like 4 times that.
Is he the biggest Packers what if?
Yeah, one of. Yeah, I don't.
Because had he never had that neck injury, he might.
No,
be
they would have won
another.
They would have if he hadn't gotten hurt, they would have won another Super Bowl.
Wow,
he was that important to the defense. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're just unlucky because you judge all the people in the organization and it's just unlucky. All right, now just so we know, for people on TV.
Yes.
If they were doing both, they have yet to pick 42.
The pick is
we already
had. They just picked it at 42.
All right, we already had 42. Do we have 43 yet?
I do not have 43 yet.
Come on, your guy's slowing down. What's the deal? He's usually one ahead.
Yeah. Well, the pick might not be in yet. No yell at my guy.
I'm just judging him like he seems to be really good, and now you're right. It hasn't said the pick is in.
It's been 3 minutes though since he's reported 42.
Yeah.
So we should have pick 43 in the next 2 minutes.
I would think
then we're going to go to a break.
If it goes,
going to join
if
us.
it goes this long, I'm wondering if that means the team traded.
Oh, Jason Wilde's here right now.
Yeah.
So why don't we take a break right now, and when we come back, Jason Wilde's going to join us.
Sure.
That work for you, Homer?
You're running it.
All right, great.
Don't have to ask me.
I respect your opinion. We're in this together.
I don't want you to respect my opinion. You're running the show. Break when you want to break. That's how it rolls.
We could use a little bit more respect up in here. We're going to work on that in the commercial break. We're going to work through our troubles. Jason Wilde.
No, we're not.
Jason Wilde.
Nothing's going to change.
Counselor Jason Wilde is next on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
We're back after this on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
ESPN Radio Sports Beat with Freddie Coleman.
One of the beauties about the NFL draft is that you know somebody is going to overthink it when they should not. I heard a discussion on Get Up this morning, and these people shall remain nameless, Dan Graziano, Jordan Rogers, and Dan Orlovsky. They had a whole back and forth in terms of taking the best player. Dan Graziano said, even if Jeremiah Love may be the best player on your board, you can't pay that running back that kind of money based on what the slotting system is, the higher and higher you go in the NFL draft. And Dan Orlovsky was incredulous when he said, shouldn't it be about taking the best player? I guarantee you those kind of conversations are happening in specific draft rooms regarding certain teams. Sometimes it's best not to overthink it. If you believe that is the best player on your board, then you take the best player. I don't care if he plays running back, safety, or water boy. It's all about getting players, not getting analytics. In 60 seconds, the right and wrong of calling out referees in sports.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text TIP to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text TIP to 215-215. That's TIP to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Boy, Phoenix Suns All-Star guard Devin Booker did not mince any words after his team lost Game 2 of their first-round matchup to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA playoffs. He specifically called out a referee, saying that this was bad for the sport with this quote.
I heard Caruso tell him to call the tech, and, he ended up doing it. So that's one ref. In my 11 years, I haven't called a ref out by name, but James was terrible tonight, through and through. It's bad for the sport, bad for the integrity of the sport. People are going to start viewing this as a WWE, if they're not held responsible.
Believe me, it's going to cost Devin Booker some money. But it also kind of helps his case that people that were watching that game or covering the game felt the exact way that he did based on a couple of calls that went on either side that was not good for the game of basketball involving that game too. So Devin Booker's going to pay the price. But maybe in the long run, it could pay off that referees will be held more responsible by not getting playoff games if this kind of thing continues. For the
Jason,
ESPN Radio Sports Beat, I'm Freddie Coleman of ESPN Radio's Freddie and Harry.
Jason,
in 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2 right here on 94.5 ESPN.
You're listening to ESPN Milwaukee on 94.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night continues. Alex Strofe, Homer with you from the Gruber Lofts' One Call That's All studio in downtown Milwaukee. And joining us now to play counselor and also give us all things latest on the green and gold.
There's no need for a counselor. There's nothing to counsel.
We'll see what he thinks.
I don't care what he thinks. He's not deciding. He has no
you
say.
Really don't care what anybody has to say.
No, about these things, it's already done. This is not for debate.
Jason Wely joins us now from Lambeau Field. Jason, do you think Homer's cranky because he had to work 3 hours with you today or what?
Move on. Let's go. Who are the Packers going to take? What do you got here?
What am I don't want to counsel.
Hold on.
He's on assignment.
On assignment for the time being as we work through audio issues.
I'm really I'm feeling very confident that it could be what Dane has, the Athletic, because so many teams are going so close to exactly what he has.
Can you not hear me?
So it's
Hans from Indiana, 38.
I just don't think that makes sense for the Packers.
Okay, you could be right
because
there. I'm just listing the ones in that area. Gabe from Illinois, quick, aggressive pass rusher. Gabe, Jacas. Do you know who that is? Edge rusher.
Yep. Okay.
Chris Bell, wide receiver, Louisville. Big, strong, explosive start when healthy. You want cornerback? Well, we've got the one. I don't know what's wrong with him. Avion Terrell, 27th, the 27th best player. Oh, undersized, but quick and quick and skill. So undersized could eliminate him. Do we have Jason or not?
I think we're working through it.
We either have him or not.
I don't believe we do yet.
Yeah, that would be a not.
That would be a not.
Yeah.
So now you care what I have to say.
No, I just need to tell people whether he's here or not. If he's not, then we're working on it is irrelevant. We don't have him yet. He's on assignment. But
I'm not on assignment. I'm right here.
Let's see. Trying to look up their Senior Bowl people. Again, his guys, the guy Jason was doing the show with, they both liked Lee Hunter.
All right, we've got him now. Jason Wely.
Are you sure?
Positive. Loud and clear.
We can hear you now. We assume that everybody else can as well. And it sounds busy.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm in my office. It's not busy at all. It's silent.
And we got terrible problems. Where the hell is that noise from?
We hear like faint background noise?
You can't have this noise. That noise is from somewhere else, and we don't want the noise. Oh.
It sounds like you're in the middle of a mall.
Yes.
Now, is the noise gone?
It stopped for a second, but then came right back. Like you hit a button or...
No, now I plugged my headphones in. It's still... What the heck kind of ship you running down there, Strofe?
That's a great question.
It's not on Strofe. It has nothing to do with it.
No, he's
like
has
our nothing to do with it. No, he's not.
No, he has everything to do with it.
No, he's in the studio where the announcers are. He's not back where the producer is. If he
I
thought
understand.
he could change it, he could go back there, but I assume he can't because he hasn't moved an inch.
Or he's just doesn't try. Like
I don't know. You'd have to ask
fix
him.
this.
Yes,
I'll talk
you
to
should
Homer.
Go back and try to fix it. All right,
okay,
tell us who you're thinking.
Then it is his fault.
No, it isn't. He's not responsible. We have a
You
fire in
seem
the building.
ornery.
It's not his job to stop the fire. This is something I can't comprehend how it can occur. No,
it's also his job to, yes, if there's a fire, go find the fire extinguisher.
Okay,
do something about it.
This is something I've never experienced before. There, it just left, and nobody's
the sound
anything.
did?
That sound just left. He was looking at something. He didn't even have to do anything. He just looked, and the sound just went. All right, let's get to the Packers and what your thoughts are.
I'm glad we got him involved then.
He did nothing.
We are getting close.
He looked. He looked, and that did it.
We had another tab open that I needed to close out of.
Oh, you did. So you did solve it.
OnlyFans?
Jason.
All right, it's gone. That's all we care about. All right, Jason, we're getting close.
Jason,
what do you think?
I'm surprised you even know what that is.
Derek Moore.
I
just
still
got
read.
taken.
Do you think Homer knows what you just read?
I have no idea what it is. No. Nope.
I do not have an account. Yeah, we're at what? The Buccaneers. Well, you said you were surprised I knew what it was. I can be aware of things without being a fan of them or a subscriber.
Detroit pick 44, staying in state. They draft Michigan defensive end Derek Moore.
I'm still looking.
Which is better than getting Sharon Moore.
That's correct. No relation, I assume.
So,
nice.
Yeah, I have no idea. What that guy deserved way worse than he got, by the way. So here's the question that I have. Homer was talking earlier today on Wilde and Tausch, if you're familiar with that program. He was filling in. He was our cousin sub of the day, cousin subs. We believe in better. Colton Hood is a corner from Tennessee. He is now a member of the New York Giants. And then his running mate from Tennessee tore his ACL and missed all of last season. Homer, you liked both of them, but you liked the guy with the torn ACL better. Is that correct?
Yes, until you told me that you could not think of a single person with that medical issue drafted by the Packers, and so I dropped it immediately.
Yeah, drafted by the Packers, but I think our YouTube fans sent a number of people who around the league were guys like that, and then went on to have good careers. Willis McGahee was a good example.
Yes.
Remember when he shredded his knee for Miami, and then still was drafted in the first round by the Bills and was a good player, very good player for them. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. Again, I don't know where the line of demarcation is for drafting
issue
a
for the
player
Packers,
like that.
for somebody like Goody, his knowledge in Green Bay is that when they've tried it, it has failed, and failed miserably in some cases.
Yes, but as we have learned from Ted Lasso and Coach Beard, every person is a different person. So that doesn't mean that just because Justin Harrell was a colossal mistake.
I just want to let you know I'll never quote that
be.
person ever. Never have, never will.
Have you watched that show?
Yeah. He's a character on a show.
Have you ever listened to Jason speak before?
I have.
I think the most quoted people in his life ever are probably Bob Harlan and Ted Lasso.
But Harlan deserves it. Lasso's a character on a TV show.
Jason, was that a fair evaluation of you?
Yeah, I like to think of Ted Lasso as the idealized person that I'd like to be. He is a character, that's true. So he's not a television character, isn't the same as a real person, but that's what I strive to be.
As much as I like Hoosier, I have never quoted Norman Dale other than to say, four.
That's crap. You have quoted that movie all kinds of times, and now you're just lying.
I have quoted it, but not in terms of like, this is the way to act. Well, I didn't qualify the kind of quote I'm referring to. This quote was like, well, the coach says this, and so
I don't think that's how
what
that
you
works.
think.
If you quote it, you quote it.
Again.
All right, back to.
All right, sorry, we're keeping up on Homer. Go ahead, Jason.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. All right.
Well, I'm eager for this pick, but let's not bury the lead here. The Green Bay Packers got an incredible bargain in re-signing Jaden Reed.
Yeah, we said that. We should have asked you first about that. They had $20 million guaranteed, peanuts, tip money.
39th in wide receivers for fully guaranteed money, Jason.
Yeah.
39th.
And
tied with Rashad Bateman.
And the existing year left on his deal counts. So you're spreading all. You're talking about that $50 million in new money. But he also has whatever his base salary is supposed to be this year.
But don't you just look at the guaranteed, and the guaranteed percentages are going up. Like we asked Christian Watson, they'll have to give him at least 45.
It depends on when they pay him and if he stays healthy.
But I don't think he'll take less than 45.
Well, I don't know. Like again, I don't know what Christian Watson's desire is. Is he motivated by money more so than other things? When you look at his contract, let's back up because I'm getting ahead of myself. Jaden Reed is scheduled this season to make $1.7 million as a base salary. And then 50.3 million in new money. So that makes this a 4-year, $51 million deal. Right? Is my math is correct there?
It is. Yep.
Like that is crazy cheap, and to the point where I am wondering if Jaden Reed said, I broke my collarbone last year. I led this team in receiving my first 2 seasons. I don't want to be taking risks. I want to make sure that I have money in the bank. I'm not motivated by breaking the bank, and took a deal that is inexpensive for the team. I mean, that is a definition of a team-friendly deal for a guy who's a really good player. And Gabe and I can debate till the cows come home how valuable he is. Mm-hmm. But this is a guy who was their leading receiver in terms of yardage and in terms of catches.
Right.
Each
Watson
of his first
would never
2
agree
seasons.
to this deal, correct?
Oh, no, he definitely would not. No.
Okay.
But again, they managed to, this is kudos to Goody and Russ. Like they got Watson for a bargain, right? By signing him while he was still on the PUP list. Are they going to be able to do that with an extension? My question, and I go back to because this is the kind of thing the Packers used to do before the days of draft and replace. This is draft, develop, sign early. Like, he wasn't even eligible to sign an extension until after last season ended. But this is like this. You know whose contract this reminds me of? Jordy Nelson's first extension, in which, like, 2 games into the following season, he was underpaid. Like, that's what this reminds me of. And if he is healthy, and again, I understand last year he broke his collarbone. Dude played through a hell of a lot of injuries in 2024. Matt LaFleur admitted that they probably need to be smarter with how they use him so they don't subject him to as many hits as he was absorbing in that season. I think that was his plan last year before he broke the collarbone on a ridiculous catch that should have been a touchdown but was wiped out by a penalty. I just think that this is a fantastic deal for the team. It gives him some security. But this is what the Packers used to do. Hey, we're gonna make this offer to you. It is not going to be what your market would be if you hit the market, but it will give you the kind of security that it protects you if you suffer an injury. It protects you if there's a downturn in your performance. And more often than not, guys took those deals. Then they stopped doing them, right? Like, we always talk about John Runyon being an example. Like, in the olden days, not Don Hudson, but Ted Thompson days, they would have, am I keeping you up? They would have,
yes,
they would have signed him to an extension. Instead, they let him walk in free agency. Apparently, the roof is open too, by the way.
Well, he doesn't have his toupee on, so that's good.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't check. I didn't check. I fell asleep.
Oh, you can't make it a shtick and then not check.
Well, he doesn't have his toupee on. The roof's open.
No, I didn't check.
No, he doesn't know.
I don't know because I fell asleep. I'm going to take a pass, and I don't care if you agree. I'm working 8 hours on the radio, and if I'm held responsible for screwing up,
you're
fine,
the GOAT.
so be it.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we will have the Packers pick, assuming they stick at 52. Picks.
Yeah, you got that. Did you get Young in? The guy
pick
from
45. Zion Young from Missouri goes 45th to the Ravens.
And
46.
Trotter.
Yes,
Trotter.
Josiah Trotter,
another
the
Missouri guy.
Out of Missouri.
Wow.
Where's John Anderson when we need him? He's the son of course, Jeremiah Trotter.
He'll know everything about him.
He goes pick 46 to the Bucs. We await the Steelers, who have traded up for pick 47. Will it be a quarterback? We'll all find out together in 2 minutes when we return. It's ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night. Packers coming up soon.
Biz Expo is May 21st at Brookfield Conference Center.
Hey, Jason, my bad, man.
At the strategy seminars. Stay for the lunch and learn on leadership and research the area's top product and service providers. Biz Expo is May 21st.
Yeah, I don't. So what was the issue?
So the issue was that the
Island Resort and Casino welcomes you to another unforgettable golf season at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Beginning in July, stay and play guests can preview the brand new 9-hole Cedar Course
during this break, can I
by the golden age of golf.
Disconnect and go back onto my iPad because I thought it was me. So I want to get out. I want to get on my iPad.
Thrilling casino action.
All right, no worries. I'm not playing. We're all good. Let me quick switch though.
At islandresortgolf.com.
Homer here with Mike Bruner of Window Nation. How do you want to start about what you think people need to know about Window Nation that you know?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is they need to understand that we're not just a window company. I mean, we handle the install, every other aspect of that. If there's any follow-up service, you're going to have a sales rep or my number on the agreement where you can reach out and get things done very easily. Not that there is much follow-up service, but we're going to come in, kind of walk you through the process start to finish and get the job done right. We have some special ways of installing. Think about push-button cars 20 years ago. There was maybe one or two manufacturers that did it. Now everybody does it, and we are so ahead of the curve in how to properly install the windows. There's something that you're not going to see with every company out there.
With Window Nation's The More You Buy, The More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get 0 interest for 5 years. Window Nation, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this. And Summit Credit Union's got you.
Get your green and gold off-season fix right here. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The clock is ticking. Front offices are scrambling. Fans are pacing. And every pick It changes everything.
With the 78th pick, with the 45th pick, the 26th pick, in the 2023, in the 2020, in the 2024 NFL Draft,
The Green Bay Packers.
the Green Bay Packers,
The Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers.
select
Jordan Love.
Tucker Kraft,
Edgerrin Cooper. Linebacker. Quarterback.
tight end, South Dakota State.
This is ESPN Wisconsin draft coverage. Now broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside Steve Homer True, here's Alex Strofe.
Away we go, the second hour of our NFL draft coverage here on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night. Homer and Strofe with you. Jason Wely joining us from Lambeau Field as we continue to approach the Green Bay Packers pick, or at least we think at pick 52. Pick 47 of the Steelers was wide receiver Jeremy Bernard from Alabama. They showed a nice highlight of him burning Ricardo Hallman of the Wisconsin Badgers at Camp Randall earlier this fall. Always love to see that. So we are on to pick 48, Atlanta. Pick 49, Minnesota. Pick 50 is the Jets. Just 5 picks away from the Green Bay Packers. Pick 51, the Panthers as well, and then it'll be the Packers at pick 52. We had a little bit of a run on cornerbacks earlier. 2 selected in a row. Colton Hood from Tennessee and Traydon Stukes from Arizona, listed as a safety, but likely a Javon Bullard-style nickel slot guy as the role he'll play in Las Vegas. So lots of corners available, Jason. It looks more and more like that could be what lands in the Packers' lap at 52.
Best player available. Doesn't matter where he plays. Just got to get that best player.
Will they take a small corner? A couple of the ones available are small.
I don't think so, but maybe Goody views things differently. Like the guy that Tausch loves is Pons.
Yeah, he's available.
Indiana.
Yep.
Here's the one just went, by the way. The Falcons just selected Clemson cornerback Avion Terrell.
Yep. Amazing he lasted as long as he did.
I would agree with that. Now, I'm curious, Jason, because it seems like Pons, specifically D'Angelo Pons from Indiana, it seems like he's a smaller guy and would likely play in that slot role. And the Packers, I feel like if you, and you'll have a better answer on this than me, but if you ask me who I feel most comfortable with in the quote-unquote cornerback room, I love Javon Bullard in the slot. Wouldn't Pons take that role?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they want Javon Bullard in the slot. I think, first of all, Javon Bullard is on the verge of what I think will be a breakout season because he was kind of not the second time to bring up Jordy Nelson in this conversation today, but Jordy Nelson was breaking out at the end of the 2011 season, right? And then he had, or 2010 season, and then he had an enormous 2011. I thought Javon Bullard was doing the same thing. So, yes, I don't think they want to move him. Jonathan Gannon obviously likes playing 3 safeties. We know that's one of his kind of core tenets. So Tausch loves Pons. I think he's too small for the Packers' tastes, and he plays inside where they don't necessarily need him. Does that mean they won't take him? No, I'm not saying that, but I think it's more unlikely than not that he'd be the guy. If they go corner, I would expect it to be a big, long, levered guy because that's what they have at least historically preferred. Again, if I don't bump into Jonathan Gannon in the hallway tonight again, I won't be able to ask. But next time I see him as I'm walking through the building, I kind of want to ask him, what kind of corner do you prefer? Because it would be good to know.
Yeah, similarly to how Jeff Hafley, shortly after he was hired and then introduced to you guys at his introductory press conference, explained his dream safety.
Yeah, post corner. Yep.
And then they brought in Xavier McKinney.
How tall is necessary for the cornerback? What's the shortest they'll take?
5'11", 5'10".
Oh, we got Cece from South Carolina at 6 feet. He's right. Have you heard his name from Senior Bowl? Or not?
You are just Mr. Senior Bowl.
I'm living on that. That's my theory. If it fails, then I'll move on to something else next year. But so have you heard that name before? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his last name right. But he's 6 feet tall.
I'm not familiar with Cece's game.
NFL speed, raw, late to anticipate rounds. Anything there that the Packers would say no to?
How's his 3-cone?
Does not have it here.
Quick note on that.
Funny that you would bring that up.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Quick note on that Falcons pick. AJ Terrell, Avion Terrell's brother, also plays for the Falcons. So that is now their top 2 corners, we assume, are Avion and AJ, brothers, which is pretty neat.
I could see the Vikings going crazy and taking McCoy from Tennessee. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, as another corner comes off the board, it makes sense. I'm just.
He will be the top player available every selection until he's taken.
That ACL scares people, though. And like I mentioned to you before Jason joined us, this something similarly a couple of years ago with Jameson Williams. He was coming off the torn ACL. Now, he was much less recovered than McCoy is. Because the idea for Williams was he was going to miss part of the season, his rookie season, and he did. Whereas McCoy tore his ACL way back in January of last year.
Have you heard anything from any peeps about the Packers moving up or down, or would you?
I have not. What Goody said last night in that enlightening press conference that you didn't think he needed to do was that he didn't
just
think
can't
he had
move
a
on.
move to,
You're amazing.
he said very clearly, if you were listening, that he didn't think he had a move to get a guy that he wanted, which means he felt like his board was pretty well stacked, that they could get to 52 with players that he knew would not be there at 52 when it eventually was his turn. And then there's a handful of guys that he'll be happy with when they're there. So,
but that would that you would take. I would assume you did. That it's more likely they would trade down. If you have that, there's no reason if somebody will do it.
If they have the opportunity, and they have a trade partner,
I would take just about anything. I'd take a 7th-round pick to move.
The Vikings have traded out of pick 49, by the way. Carolina up to 49, or excuse me, Carolina up to 49, Minnesota back to 51. So the Vikings will pick 1 pick before the Packers now.
That's good. The
question there is, do the Panthers think that the Packers or the Jets were going to take their guy potentially, right?
What number was Carolina going to pick?
Carolina was previously in front of the Packers. They were at pick 51.
Okay, so it doesn't. This doesn't.
Okay, so they were worried about the Jets.
I guess. I don't know.
Yes, correct.
Which I don't know if I've ever said that before.
I don't know that anybody's ever been worried about the Jets. In all fairness.
So here's what the Vikings did, though, right? Like let's put this in Goody's terms. The Vikings are sitting at what number was that?
The Vikings were at 49, 17th pick of this round.
All right.
Now they're at 51, the 19th pick.
So Rob Brzezinski, who is running their draft and has been there a very long time, Rob Brzezinski sitting there looking at their board, picking at 49, going, all right, I got 3 guys I like here. So I'm going to move back to 51, and whoever's left, if these guys aren't taking them, whoever it's left over, that's my guy. And the board tells me who it is. Now, maybe the Jets and the Panthers. Oh, the Panthers took Lee Hunter.
There's your boy, Homer. Lee
That's
Hunter.
our guy.
Lee Hunter goes to Carolina.
Well, they liked him so much they didn't want to risk waiting 2 spots. All right.
Well, and so then here's another thing that tells us. Goody must not have liked Lee Hunter to such an incredible degree that he felt the need to trade up for him.
I agree.
He may have liked him a lot, but
he's got other
if
guys.
you like someone so much that you don't want to lose them, you trade up to get them, right? Packers could have made that same trade. They made trades with the Vikings before for draft picks. That's how they got Christian Watson. So, that tells me, and again, I don't know this for certain, and I don't think Goody would tell us, but that tells me that, he's got a handful of guys that he likes, and he didn't see Lee Hunter as someone that he had to go up and get. So now we'll have to wait and see who it is at number 52.
The Green Bay Packers are officially in the hole. New York Jets on the clock. Vikings coming up at 51. The Packers coming up at pick number 52.
You got to pick Jason now. We got there are only 3. You got.
Well, no, because my pick for the second-round pick was Chris Brazzell, the wide receiver from Tennessee. And now that they have signed Jaden Reed, I think we can say that it's unlikely they'll be drafting a wide receiver here, even more so than before.
Well, I tend to agree with the reasoning. They haven't locked up Christian Watson.
He won't take that cheap contract. He laughed at that.
Well, I doubt he was offered the same deal.
I doubt they even offered it.
Oh, all right. Okay.
No.
What do you think they offered him? 40? But they offered him something.
I don't know if they offered him anything yet. Here's the other question about Watson. Do you feel the need to see him play like the first 6 games before you? Again, I don't know. I know Goody said that at the NFL meetings to those guys that were there that he thinks it'd be beneficial for both sides for them to keep him and him to stay in Green Bay. But how confident is he in his durability, and is he willing to sign him to a contract today, or are both sides wanting to say, you know what, let's date a little longer and let's see where things are after 6 games, because Christian Watson wants to make a little more scratch and maybe Goody wants a little more evidence that he's going to stay healthy.
I want to give us as much real estate as possible to react to the Packers pick. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the Packers pick at 52. We will know it as shortly after we come back. Homer, Wilde, Strofe with you. It's ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
We're back after this on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week.
You may know someone with multiple sclerosis, but you may not know what their day-to-day reality is really like. MS affects nearly 1 million people in the U.S., impacting far more than mobility. MS can affect vision, thinking, energy, and daily life, often in ways others don't see or understand. This MS Awareness Week, take a moment to learn more, share what you learn, and be a champion for people living with MS. Learn more at nationalmssociety.org/awareness.
Get out of the house this summer and head to Road America, conveniently located between Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. You can camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in the racing your way. It's more than just a race, it's a full experience. IndyCar is the must-see race coming June 18th through the 21st. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
I'm Coach Greg Gard. Building a winning team takes more than talent. It takes preparation, strategy, and the right partners. The same is true for building a successful business. That's why I'm proud to work with Bank CMG. They understand what Wisconsin business owners need: smart banking solutions, local decision making, and a partner who is invested in your success, not just in your account balance. Whether you're looking to finance equipment, manage cash flow, or expand your operations, Bank CMG has the experience and flexibility to help you grow. They're not a big national bank where you're just another number. They're a community bank where you talk to real people who understand your business and your market. I've spent my career building teams. Bank CMG helps Wisconsin businesses build theirs. If you're ready to work with a bank that gets it, visit bankcmg.com/business. Let's build something great together.
Bank CMG is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Got your tax refund? Before it mysteriously disappears, invested in something you'll actually see every day. Your home. At Exterior Pros and Baths, turn that refund into energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath remodel. And they'll take it even further with $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings during the April savings event. But don't wait, this offer won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
We have standards in Wisconsin. Cheese should squeak. Sports and tailgating go hand in hand with brats aplenty. And beef is a delicacy where each bite makes you close your eyes for a second. For 50 years, Bunzel's has been hand-selecting the finest beef, making homemade specialty sausages, and crafting award-winning jerky right here at home. Because Wisconsin is still cattle country, quality isn't optional. It's expected. And after 5 decades, Bunzel's still delivers. Stop in today at 90th and Burleigh or at bunzels.com.
Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
We don't just cover the green and gold. We cover the green and gold. Your home for Green Bay football talk on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
One pick away for the Green Bay Packers. ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night. Alex Stroh, Steve the Homer True, Jason Wely with you as the Minnesota Vikings are on the clock. But while we were in commercial break, the guy we spent a good amount of time on tonight was selected by the New York Jets. Indiana cornerback D'Angelo Pons, drafted by the former NFL cornerback Aaron Glenn and the New York Jets at pick number 50. We await what the Vikings will do at 51. Their pick is in, and the Packers will be on the clock shortly. But Jason, want to give you the floor as D'Angelo Pons comes off the board 2 picks before Green Bay.
Yeah, I don't think Goody's going to tell us, but I'd be curious if they even considered him an option if he'd have been there at 52.
Sure.
Like, to your point about Javon Bullard, to our point about his size, like, look, the dude's a good football player.
5'9". Wow.
He's listed at 5'9". What does that make him?
He's not 5'9", 5'8".
Like, I don't know what he's measured at in Dane Brugler's thing. Maybe he is 5'9", but he also was 170 pounds, if I recall. I don't think that's
a lot like Aaron Glenn, huh? Wasn't Aaron Glenn a small guy?
I don't recall Aaron Glenn as a player clearly enough to be able to speak intelligently on that. Fierce hit, not afraid to hit, that's for sure. He was a really good fit as the defensive coordinator for the Lions.
All right. The Green Bay Packers are on the clock, Jason. Sorry to cut you off, but
you got Minnesota's pick?
Minnesota Vikings behind me. Linebacker Jake Galday of Cincinnati. So the Green Bay Packers officially on the clock at pick 52 in the 2026 NFL Draft. Oh, boy. I hope it's corner. Not a ton of defensive linemen in this round have been taken yet. Not a ton of offensive linemen have been taken in this round. I think all 3 of those are on the table.
Cece, you said that's how you pronounce his name?
Yes, Cece.
Okay.
So he is viewed as one of the best corners available right now.
He is, yep.
But Jermod McCoy is still out there. I just throw that out there, and he's coming off that torn ACL from a year ago. Did not play at all this past season, but has been listed, as you mentioned earlier, Homer. He's been looked at as the best corner on the best player on the board since yesterday.
All right, and then an edge rusher, the kid from Illinois, Jacas. I don't know who that is, but he's quick, aggressive pass rusher. Edge. Jacas.
K-Ron Crawford available from Auburn as well. And inside at defensive tackle, you've got Xavier Harris from Ole Miss and the Big Citrus.
Yeah, he's available. You're right.
Dominique Orange. It's a great name.
Also, the Big Dunker from Iowa.
Yeah, Jennings Dunker is, I said it earlier today. The Packers pick is in, by the way. They will stick at 52 and pick at 52. So that is good to see. The Packers' first selection of the night is, of course, the national television broadcast goes to commercial. So it'll be a few minutes before we find out what the Packers do at pick 52.
Oh, you're not going to tell us? You will know.
I'm not going to spoil it. I want to take it in live just like everybody else.
The people listening to us aren't necessarily even watching our TV. They're just listening to us.
You just can't be patient, can you?
No. Why? What's the point of being patient?
Accuracy?
You're accurate. You know you're right.
He's been 51 of 51 thus far.
Okay, I'll take my chances. That's the way I bet. He has a early person.
Wait, who?
I don't know. He's not telling me who it is. All I know is
Ari Myrov on Twitter has been ahead of the curve so far.
Well, he must be in the building.
Right.
But the Packers pick is in. All right, Homer, who's it going to be?
I'm going with Brandon Cece, South Carolina.
Jason, who do you think
and
it'll be?
I'm willing to bet on my scale of up to 100.
Yeah, go ahead.
$1.
Okay, there you go. Very good. That's how unpredictable the second round of the draft is. Jason?
Well, I'm just going to wait until Ari tweets it.
My phone is upside down. I'm not spoiling it.
Wait, he hasn't tweeted it yet.
He doesn't know. He hasn't looked at it.
I've just been told by our producer, Andrew Zimmel, that Twitter is currently down. Twitter just crashed.
Twitter crashed?
All over the
Packer.
Packer.
That sound we had earlier.
I think it's going to be the guy who I said earlier this week. I hope they take. Now he's a little undersized, a little skinny. How did you describe Malik Muhammad from Texas, the corner? Tall and skinny, like people describe me. You call him Malik Strofe Muhammad.
Yep. Tall, skinny, weak, quick.
Yeah, that's where
good instinct.
That's where our comparison ends. Is quick.
We know the pick. We know who it is. Somebody was right on this panel.
You do?
Oh, yeah, I got it. With the 52nd pick.
Muhammad?
In the 2026 NFL Draft, the Packers have selected a cornerback, Brandon Cece of South Carolina. Steve the Homer True nails it.
Thank you. And I want to thank you because would still be calling him Sissy.
And we do not want to call our new player that.
But you looked it up and found out that it's Cece.
So Brandon Cece, the 6', 189-pound corner from South Carolina, is your newest Green Bay Packer. The Packers do address the need. They address what Brian Gutekunst said earlier in the week is a room that needs more bodies. And with pick 52, they add a body. Good vertical explosion to compete for 50-50 balls is how Scouts Inc. describes him. It's the need we wanted to see the Packers address. It is the need the Packers address with their first pick tonight at pick number 52. Homer, you nailed it on a one-pick heads up, but it is a corner, which is a good thing for Green Bay.
Yeah, that's Gary Ellerson picked it. I think the position is the thing that you pick, and those who said cornerback were right. And they went against my Brian Bulaga choice, but that's fine. There were choices, and so we'll see. But there's no way anybody can be against it unless you watch South Carolina and think he stinks. But again, it proved again the reason I did that is because the Athletic has been so good at where they ranked. He was ranked 45th, and he was 52. NFL speed, raw, late anticipating routes. There's got to be some negativity. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been the 7th cornerback in the rankings because NFL speed, when you're a quarterback, is the most important thing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, everybody should be happy.
It's the need we wanted to see addressed as Packers fans. Jason, what do you make of it?
2-year starter, 1 year at NC State. 1 year at South Carolina. Dane Brugler had him as the 45th rated, and the Packers got him at 52. And I feel like Homer has become a Dane fan, sees him as knowing what he's talking about.
Teams seem to be picking according and toward his rankings. Yeah, the number. If I gave you this, you'd be amazed. His 44 picked 40. His 43 picked 42. His 41 picked 47. His 40 picked 43. His 39 picked 41. It's all right there.
So I think Dane is phenomenal at this, and he devotes so much time to it. He is the new Joel Bucksbaum, if you're old enough to remember him, with Pro Football Weekly. So instead of me telling you and faking it like I know Cece here, let me read his final
I'll look up Mel Kiper, too. I'm a huge fan of his. So.
On Cece. Overall, Cece is an unrefined, promising cover athlete with twitched-up movements and speed to become an NFL starter. However, his pro ceiling will be determined by the development of his route recognition and ball skills. He offers inside-out versatility with special teams gunner upside. Sounds to me like the perfect guy to draft. Let Carrington Valentine and Keyshawn Nixon start this year. If they stay healthy, you don't have to play him necessarily. If they don't, you maybe do have to play him. And a guy that they see as being able to grow into being a good player for them. Again, the 7th rated corner from Dane Brugler, and he is 20 years old. He cannot, until July 3rd, he cannot even celebrate with a beer. A Yingling on the Yingling guest hotline, if you will. He's only 20, so that fits another piece of the Goody plan, right? Young players, and let them go through growing pains and come out on the other side. So this guy feels like he's definitely at the position that we talked all week about being their number one need. That even Goody himself acknowledged that they needed to add numbers. Well, they just added a number, and he's a second-round pick.
We will see if there is more to come. 7 picks remaining for the Packers across the next 2 days.
They did not move up. They did not move down.
They didn't, but we will see what they do at 84.
Like the general manager said last night, he didn't think they would move up. Amazing how that turned out to be a useful conversation.
Nice.
Take that, Homer.
Nicely done. I'm not responding, because when I respond, then he brings it up again. So I'm hoping if I don't bring it up, then he can just keep talking about it. We will do our research to see how many times prior to last night he made the exact same comment.
We'll put our best people on that one.
We will.
All right, Jason, we know you've got work to do. We'll reconnect later in the night as we are with you until 10 o'clock on ESPN Wisconsin. The Packers have their newest cornerback. It is Brandon Cece from South Carolina. Thanks, Jason. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
No, take care, be good. That's how irritated he is with you, Homer.
Fine. I didn't lose any sleep. He's amazing. You just can't let it go. I have some other Cece stuff. I'm assuming this is from Mel Kiper, ESPN. Cece can easily mirror releases and reroute receivers in press coverage. In short areas, he can get caught when trying to change directions against quicker, shiftier receivers. But in off coverage, he flashes the ability to make quick reads. Cece has the length to break up passes from a trail position and the vertical explosion to compete for 50-50 balls. He does a good job of contorting and controlling his body to avoid contact with receivers, though he can grab at the top of routes. As a run defender, he does a good job of getting the ball carrier to the ground, though he misses some tackles by going for the ankles.
Well, you know what the Packers need in the cornerback room, Homer? Is people who can tackle. That was something they struggled with last year. I really liked the first half of that last sentence. Didn't love the second half of that last sentence.
I don't think it was from Mel Kiper. I'll still look on that. That's from Scouts, Inc.
As a run defender, he does a good job of getting the ball carried to the ground, though he misses some tackles by going for the ankles.
Yeah.
If we can shore up that latter half of the sentence, I'll feel pretty good about that, because the Packers could use a guy that could tackle. But we talked about it earlier today across all of our shows on ESPN Wisconsin. Can Goody bring in a guy that can instantly contribute in the second round? And it seems like Brandon Cece is going to have the world in front of him, because that room, number one, needs bodies, as Brian Gutekunst said earlier this week. But number two, could use some tacklers. Keyshawn Nixon, Carrington Valentine, Benjamin St. Juste, and now Brandon Cece are going to be your top 4 corners. And Cece is going to have an opportunity to get some meaningful playing time right at the beginning of the season, we assume, as he's one of the best corners in this draft. You would agree?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I think that's an exciting pick if you're a Packers fan. They addressed the biggest need right off the rip. Now we see what they do at pick 84 later tonight in the 3rd round. We'll continue to react to that pick. Brandon Cece, the cornerback out of South Carolina, is your newest Green Bay Packer. You can get in with your reaction on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776, or on YouTube at ESPN Madison.
Mel Kiper had him 47.
And he got picked at 52, so that seems like good value.
Yep.
We're happy with that. Brandon Cece with Homer Stradamus, who predicted it about 30 seconds early.
Yes, it's accurate. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'll give you your flowers when they're due. And at this
very
moment,
small flowers.
Yes, they might be fake. They might be wooden flowers, but they're flowers nonetheless. As Brandon Cece, your newest Green Bay Packer, continue reaction on that and what else is to come in night 2 of the NFL Draft. Coming up after this, ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night rolls on.
More coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week.
Hail damage? Siding Unlimited is here to help. We are not the storm chasers. That's important. Siding Unlimited doesn't chase storms. However, if the storm comes into our area like it just did, we're always available to help. Why is that important? Storm chasers skip town, leaving you with a roof with zero warranty. Siding Unlimited uses a roofing system that will get you a 50-year warranty on parts, pieces, and workmanship. Siding Unlimited will be there if you have a call down the road. Siding Unlimited is your local family partner on this project. We're here for you. Visit sidingunlimited.com today, but definitely stop by Siding Unlimited's open house on Saturday, April 25th from 9 to 1 p.m.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold the lie with sportswear too. You pay a fortune for big name gear, a fancy logo, and a slogan, and it still stinks. Then I found Iron Jock, and now it's all I wear. It's built on science. Their silver ion technology is woven right into the fabric. It kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria, and it never washes out, ever. Get yours today at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
When you're getting married, the rings matter. There's something you wear for a lifetime. That's why my fiance and I went to Paul's Jewelers. Paul's Jewelers specializes in custom jewelry for life's biggest moments. Lab-grown or natural diamonds, great pricing, and a lifetime warranty, so your jewelry can be refurbished, repaired, or refitted anytime down the road. Their team made the entire process easy and stress-free. I can't wait to show off my wedding band after our big day. Create your masterpiece today by visiting Paul's Jewelers in West Allis.
Mark Tosher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy to use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
One of the most important concepts in sports is don't drop the ball. Are you dropping the ball with your estate plan? When was it last updated? Have you even done one at all? It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wely for Walney Legal Group. There's a lot at stake for you and your family when it comes to wills, trusts, probate, and elder planning. At Walney Legal, that's all they do. Tailored documents. No confusing legal jargon. Just thoughtful guidance. Do the blocking and tackling to protect your family. Start a conversation today at walneylegal.com.
Looking for a better spot for your next team outing or client meeting? Welcome to Veer North, Milwaukee's upscale sports bar, designed for more than just game day. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Stroh. Veer North, located on Milwaukee's east side, your go-to for catching the big game, happy hour, or your next group outing. This is more than your average sports bar. Elevated food, craft cocktails, and a modern atmosphere. Perfect for off-site meetings and entertaining clients. And when the game's on, you've got the best seat in the house. Veer North, Milwaukee's east side destination for business and game day alike.
ESPN Wisconsin's game nights are here for Events by Design. You want people to actually show up for your community event, charity gala, or nonprofit fundraiser while making a memorable impression on them. Events by Design turns those moments into meaningful experiences that engage your audience and bring your mission to life. They manage everything: designing, planning, production. No stress, no loose ends. Just an experience your guests remember, exponentially benefiting your cause. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Hey, this is Tanas Santokumpo. Download the new ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
ESPN Wisconsin draft night continues in division move. The Minnesota Vikings sending former Pro Bowl linebacker Jonathan Grenard to the Philadelphia Eagles in exchange for pick 98 tonight, which is interesting.
I wanted to make note. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Stowers or Stowers, the tight end at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he just went, right?
Bizarre. I really wish the Packers had taken him. Just looks like an incredible player. He's more a wide receiver than a tight end, but just crazy off the chart stuff that he can do.
Well, he's a converted quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
I think I read that somewhere.
Right. But
Eli Stowers, you're referring to.
Yes, Stowers, is that how you say it? Okay.
That'd be my guess.
So I'm curious to watch him, but not much because he's not a Packer. But that's who was it? I think I'm trying to. Maybe it was William Towers talking about that the need for a tight end, that they may have a tight end if they don't believe in Musgrave.
Well, they don't believe. I shouldn't say they don't believe in him, but they don't believe in him as much as they do a guy like Tucker Kraft, right? And Musgrave's contract is up at the end of the season. So if you're planning for the future at that position, I certainly think tight end is in the cards. I don't know if that's a pick tonight, because I would imagine they're going to look at the trenches one way or another.
Wow.
Whether that's offensive line or
the Colts
defensive
took
line.
Allen with pick 53, and my guy at the Athletic had him as the 46th selection. So he's on fire.
And your guy, Gabe Jackus. I said Jackus for the record. I'm not calling you a name.
He just got
Homer.
picked?
He just got picked by the New England Patriots at pick 23 in the second round, pick 55 overall.
And he was listed at 49.
So we have the Bears coming up, Homer.
Yeah.
At pick 57.
Okay.
Have you read this promotion from Heinz that they're doing for pick 57 starting this year?
I did not. No, I don't follow much of the Bears.
So Heinz ketchup.
Sure, I know
of
it
course,
well.
known for the 57 ingredients.
Right.
So they are going to dub pick 57 Mr. 57. And they are going to supply pick 57 tonight.
Yeah.
With a lifetime supply of ketchup.
57 or ketchup? They're two different things. Heinz 57 is not ketchup.
What is it?
It's kind of a steak sauce or something. It's something you put on, like, what's the other one you take? A1.
A1 is a steak sauce.
Yeah. I think 57 is as well. It's not. Ketchup is ketchup. Someone will have to look up 57. But it's most people would not need a lifetime supply.
Well, how much is lifetime supply? 10 bottles? Ketchup lasts a long time.
It's like the barbecue sauce I found. A zesty, savory condiment with a tomato and raisin-based flavor profile, often used on steak, pork, and chicken. I'm sure it's got a ton. Oh, yeah, a ton of. I can't have this. Combining high fructose corn syrup. You know what that means? Forget all the other stuff. It's sugar.
It's sugar.
Yeah, so the majority of people, not just in this diet, but others, the first thing you try.
Well, here you go. No, it is ketchup.
The first thing.
The 57th overall pick will receive a lifetime supply of Heinz ketchup and the opportunity to partner with the iconic brand.
Well, then ketchup, yeah, then they're not getting 57.
You know what city hates ketchup? Chicago.
They hate ketchup on hot dogs. They don't hate it on general, I don't think.
And guess who has pick 57?
The Bears. So they better know the person who gets a lifetime supply. You put it on a hot dog, and your house will be burnt down.
Or
what?
Bears fans are going to convert. They become ketchup fans now.
No. This is no. Not a chance. Not one chance in a million. No ketchup on a hot dog.
So you think Chicagoans are more anti-ketchup than they are pro
on
Bears?
a hot dog? On a hot dog.
Well, I understand.
If you gave some Chicago people $50,000, but you got to put ketchup on a hot dog the rest of your life, they wouldn't take the money. You can't comprehend their view on the proper hot dog. I didn't know this when I went to broadcasting school. I'll have ketchup on my hot dog. No, you won't. I mean, do whatever you want. No, we don't. You don't understand. The Chicago hot dog has all the different tons of things on it. But
is it rude of me or petty of me to hope that whoever is pick 57 tonight immediately puts ketchup on a hot dog?
It's not going to happen.
Well, what if they don't know? What if it's a dude from Hawaii?
No, it's not going to happen. With the 57, with the deal with Heinz, that person will be told in the opening press conference how it works on a hot dog. You can put it on ham or you can put it on everything else. If he puts it on a hot dog, they'd cut him. After he's been informed.
I think that's probably a little strong of a punishment, considering they're spending a second-round pick on him.
I mean, they wouldn't cut him, but fans would hate him.
Yes, and that's what I'm hoping for.
They would have hated Walter Payton if he put ketchup on a hot dog on a regular basis. You can put that, you have your Chicago people, Dave Kaplan.
Yeah.
I know Kaplan longer than Kaplan knows Kaplan. I had him on my radio show when he was, after he had been let go as the assistant coach at Northern Illinois. He did a scouting service for high school players and has done an amazing job inventing himself and moving on from then. But he would be the perfect one to talk. I believe Kaplan would say, if after informed, he was told that he still put ketchup on a hot dog, he would never root for him, even if he's a member of the Bears. That's what I'm expecting Kaplan to say.
I'm going to text him, but I want to see how they roll this promotion out. Because I know Devin Hester, who was pick 57, is also the one
Right, but
announcing
again,
the
is
pick.
it ketchup or 57?
It is ketchup. I have confirmed that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm really hoping immediately pick 57 does something with the ketchup. That would be the thrill of the night for me.
They might.
More so than the Packers.
It might.
drafting
It just
a
won't be
quarterback.
with a hot dog. There are a lot of things you can put ketchup on. My brother used to put it on scrambled eggs.
I've done that as well.
Which, and I give credit to my son-in-law from Spain, you put ketchup on things because you don't like their taste and you want to taste ketchup. Because it doesn't matter what you eat. You put enough ketchup on it, it's going to taste like
I tend to agree with you on
ketchup.
that. Yeah.
So, no, I never put it.
So the Vikings have traded Jonathan Grenard after drafting a linebacker at pick 51, right in front of the Packers. They drafted Cincinnati linebacker Jay Galday. They trade out Jonathan Grenard. That is what they've done in this round. Obviously, the Packers take the cornerback, and earlier in the round, the Lions traded up to select Michigan edge rusher Derek Moore.
You don't have the Bears yet.
I do not have the Bears
Even
yet.
on your quickie guy?
Even on my quickie guy. Still waiting on that to come through. But we will see what happens at pick 57 for the Bears. And I believe that will do it for the NFC North. And it will do that for the NFC North. This is pick 25 of the second round here in the second round. So we're on pace, Homer. 7:47. We are going to be through 25 picks of the second round. And the third round, obviously, the Packers have pick 84. That is all they are scheduled to do tonight. And then 6 picks tomorrow, which will begin at 11 o'clock. You can join me, Josh DiMaggio, and Will Summers across these very stations beginning at 11 a.m. tomorrow for your day 3 coverage here on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night. I am just patiently awaiting pick 57.
No, just getting started.
Just getting started.
Ketchup and hot dogs is all that matters.
Am I making you hungry?
No.
Good.
But we can go out and get food here if we needed it, right?
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
No, I can't. I have to be here for the show. I agreed to be here at Stars. I'm looking. Because if I could, I'd leave.
Oh, what's that? You tired?
Yeah, the first pick. I'm pretty much. I've worked now almost 6 hours. That's over a week normally.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I'm a team guy.
Hey, for what it's worth, I filled in on afternoons today.
Yeah.
I produced your show today.
Yep.
I'm with you. I'm right there with you. It's been a long day.
And your point of telling me that was what?
We're in this together.
No, we're not.
I just can't win with you.
No, I just did things you do that I don't do. We're not in anything together. You're doing it your way. I'm doing it my way. We're not a team at all. We're a team on the air, but however you feel about how much you're working has nothing to do with me.
Well, you're complaining about doing the same amount of work that I've done.
No, I was not complaining. I had nothing to do with how much you're doing. My complaint was how I'm working compared to what I normally work. What you normally work and what you're working now, I don't really care. Has nothing to do with my opinion. I normally work an hour. I'm now at 6. That's a lot. I don't know what you normally work, and I don't know what you're doing now, and I don't really care. But if I could help you in some way and make you feel better about it, then I might assist you. But
all right,
I don't think that's a problem.
The Bears have gone center.
Oh, not the guy from Florida or the guy from Iowa.
The guy from Iowa, the successor to Tyler.
Logan Jones.
He was the successor to Tyler Lindenbaum at Iowa.
Is it Logan Jones?
Logan Jones at pick 57.
He's pick number 95, according to my guy. That's a heck of a reach.
Well, that is where they've gone at pick 57. He's from Iowa.
Yes.
You think he puts ketchup on corn?
I have no idea if he knows the rule about hot dogs in Chicago from Iowa.
We got to figure that out fast.
What? There's nothing to figure out. That's the first question you ask him. You have a deal with Heinz. Do you understand it's against the law to put that ketchup on a hot dog? Put it on anything else. You know that. That'd be my first question to him.
So there you go. The NFC North is done for round number 2 unless somebody trades back in. Logan Jones, the center of Iowa, goes to Chicago, and he will likely be.
So that means the Packers could still get the dunker.
The dunker, the tackle.
Yeah, I'd work a thing with Dunkin' Donuts with that.
Have your people talk to his people, talk to their people.
I don't have any people.
Oh, that's not true.
That is totally
You're a
true.
much bigger deal than you're acting on.
No, I don't have any people. I might, whatever you say, I have no people.
Logan Jones, the Remington Trophy winner, nation's top center, goes to Chicago. So they have gone safety and center through 2 rounds. Chicago has.
I'm telling you this as a tip. You're going to have to deal with the Bears for the next 5 years.
No, I'm with you on that. I think they're legit. Now, do I think Green Bay can still win the division? Absolutely.
Of course, yes.
But I think every team in this division could win it.
In the next 5 years, I could see both the Bears and the Packers winning the division twice.
What about the Lions? They could win it twice. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And look, I think
Vikings are not. Vikings are a mess.
The popular, they were still 9-8 last year.
I know. Their GM's a mess. They got a good coach.
Well, they don't have a GM.
I know, but so they fired it, and they're a mess in terms of putting a team together.
That part's fine, but Kyler Murray is certainly going to be an upgrade at quarterback.
Correct.
For a team that was 9-8.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we can rule them out.
Yeah, they're not winning the division. I ruled them out.
I think that's probably fair. But you also said the division was over after 2 weeks last.
I was wrong about that. I've got to readjust. I forgot how LaFleur is, as one of the guys at the Toasted Genius Club calls him, LaFool. I neglected to realize how terrible a closer he is. And that was another good example.
That was certainly exposed last year. My hope is he can fix that problem.
No.
So you're out on him?
No. That's what will be a problem that'll prevent them from greatness. He's good. He's a good coach.
Your safety, by the way, from Toledo just stayed in state. He goes to the Cleveland Browns.
That's the toughest. It's the toughest decision you can have as a president. The guy's good, but he's not good enough.
Yeah.
And so how long do you stay with him?
And there's no guarantee if you move on.
What?
There's no guarantee.
Correct. You have to have the guts to risk being worse.
Yeah.
Because.
And that can't be the mindset of the Packers right now. They're too good to try something new. They've been in the playoffs every year.
That's how you
If you bring in a coach and this thing completely falls apart, you ruin Jordan Love's
that's
prime.
based on having somebody special. That's why the president you have to have special. I mean, when Bob Harlan picked Ron Wolf, they had passed on Ron Wolf the time before. You're taking the guy they just passed on the time. Yeah, because we were wrong. So if you have a president who believes in someone, he's got to be willing to take the risk. But you're right. You could get worse. But the question then becomes, who says, I don't care because we can't be the 7th seed? That's not good enough. Not winning the division, is it 4 years in a row now?
Yeah.
Been very easy. I'll be president of the Packers. My first day. You be the press. What do you want to ask? Before you ask the first question, we have changed both the general manager and the head coach. They have both been given their papers or whatever you say in a nice way. We've gone 4 years without winning the division. That's not acceptable. Next question. That's simple. 4 years without a division, you're out.
Would you have liked to serve as the president of the Packers?
Sure. Yeah. I think I can handle it. You can handle it. You just got to hire good people. That's all it is. Not me. I would have hired Ron Wolf. I'd have nailed that one. After that, you're on your own, but I would have picked Ron Wolf. He was legendary at the time they selected him. How they didn't pick him when he was first available is pathetic.
All right. That was good.
But think about it. Like this year, there's only one comment about the Packers. Only one. You got to win the damn division.
Have you made the T-shirts yet?
No.
We're working on that?
A little slower than I thought.
It's okay. We got plenty of time till the season starts.
Yes, but I don't understand
I would like one by training camp, though. Is that a fair ask?
Very fair. My biggest complaint of LaFleur is, what about this don't you get? You said it when you came here at the beginning.
Yeah.
Must win the division. And you're not saying it now. You've gone 4 years without winning the division, and it isn't the first thing you say. Excuse me, this will be short. We must win the damn division. Don't ask me about anything else. Nothing else matters. That's all that matters. The season will not be a success if we don't win the division. It's possible we could not win the division and do something, but that's not the way to get it done. And if you don't agree with me, check the history of the Packers. When's the last time we made the conference championship? When we won the division.
Yeah.
And when's the second last time that we went to the conference championship? When we won the division.
Yep.
So, and he hasn't said it once. What is his problem?
Tennessee Rams, Broncos, Chargers, Seahawks will round out the second round of the NFL
Packers haven't
draft.
traded yet, right?
They have not yet.
Okay.
And maybe they will at some point. We will find that out. But 5 picks remain in the second round of the NFL draft. Packers at pick 84. This is pick 60 as the Tennessee Titans pick is in at pick 60. So 24 more to go until the Packers pick their second time here in round number 3. Strofe and Homer with you. We continue after this. It's ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
We're back after this on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Swing and a miss. It is a career-high 9th strikeout for Riley Peterson.
Catch Riley and the Milwaukee Panthers baseball team as they take on Wright State at Franklin Field. The series starts on Friday at 3 p.m. Then bring out the family on Saturday at 2 for Senior Day, featuring a special senior citizen ticket offer and free tailgate blankets. Plus, kids can run the bases and get free tickets. The series concludes on Sunday at 1 p.m. $10 tickets are available at mkepanthers.com. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
Start your Milwaukee weight loss program now to lose weight fast. Many lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Call for your free consultation. 262-235-3980. 262-235-3980 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Remember how you felt when you were 25? Your morning workouts were a breeze. You had a drive that kicked in way before your first cup of coffee. Does it feel like you're losing your edge? You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back to being the guy you used to be. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
Feels like the world is a little broken lately. Maybe all we need is a fix. Most spirits are acidic. Fix Vodka is different. Fix Vodka is the world's first high-alkaline, acid-free vodka. Handcrafted with natural spring water and select grain. Clean, smooth, done right. Better water, better vodka. Get your local Fix.
Fix Vodka.
Enjoy responsibly.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night rolls on. Alex Stroh, Homer with you. Andrew Zimmer running the show for us tonight across ESPN Wisconsin. The newest Green Bay Packer is South Carolina cornerback Brandon Cece. And Homer, you said if he doesn't play well, that will not be his last name.
Sissy, wear a dress. Giving you a heads up.
You're probably right about that. I just hope we never see that day.
I agree. Yeah.
The thing I like about him is it says in run defense, he's a good tackler. And I still have that image replaying from week 17 of Carrington Valentine getting shoved out of bounds by Derrick Henry, which isn't fair because he does that to everybody. But
yeah, I like when I saw it on the NFL Speed. I think the cornerback, and yes, tackling is important, but the first thing is in the way they set through, you guys just got to be able to run. You know, you get beat a little bit, you got to be able to catch up. And NFL Speed, and because the other thing you can work on, you can't work on speed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know enough about where they're going to use him or where he would fit in, but at cornerback, that's certainly a position you can play without having to be a starter because you have a rotation and there's a certain, scheme that you have to get him in. And if he proves he can help, cornerbacks, he can be used in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, I agree. 4.40 for Brandon Cece at South Carolina's Pro Day. So certainly good speed, which is good. I like this pick. The last time the Packers picked a cornerback this high was Eric Stokes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time since they've addressed this position this high in the draft.
Yeah.
The previous three cornerbacks they drafted were all seventh rounders,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, seventh round each of the last 3 years.
And
so.
Stokes is confusing now because it seems he's done better since he left the Packers.
Yeah, change of scenery was good for him.
I haven't watched to know if that's true.
No, he got a nice deal. Got paid a little bit this offseason from the Vegas Raiders. He stays there, but they went corner earlier in the night. So we will see what happens there for him. But, yeah, change of scenery was good for him. Sometimes it works out that way. But the last three cornerbacks the Packers have drafted prior to Cece, Carrington Valentine, Kalen King, and Micah Robinson, in the last three drafts in the seventh round, respectively. The only one still with the team is Carrington Valentine. The other two corners that we really know will be on the roster are Keyshawn Nixon and Benjamin St. Jude's, who are both free agent signings. And Keyshawn Nixon was brought on as a kick returner, not even a corner. He's done well at that spot, but you don't really know what that position holds in the future. So if I had to make a guess, Homer, I would guess they are not done at that position the rest of the weekend. Might be a later pick, but I would guess, especially after hearing Brian Gutekunst say they just need sheer bodies in that room, I would guess they go back to the well of
they'll pick another cornerback. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to see them do in the third round, position wise?
Offensive line. If Brian Bulaga's worried about the offensive line, you got to take care of it. My suggestion is the dunker.
Yeah,
he's still available, right?
He is. If he's still around at pick 84, but that's going to be a while to go for what many view as the best tackle remaining.
Is he the best tackle remaining? I thought my guy listed him as a guard, not a tackle. Fifth best guard in the draft. He didn't put him as a tackle.
He's probably then the second best guard. He could play either, which is nice. He played tackle in college, but they think he could kick inside for his pro
There's
career.
a guy from Northwestern, too, who's a little higher, Caleb Tiernan.
Yep.
Refined pass blocker, bested guard. Question mark.
Yeah, second team All Big Ten guy last year. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe Jennings Dunker was runner-up or won the Big Ten Offensive Lineman of the Year.
If I have a personal wish, I like the idea of Dominique Orange.
The big citrus. You can only call him that.
He is an ineffective pass rusher, it says, so he might be available. But as a defensive tackle, you often see that.
Yeah, that's not abnormal at that position. And the Packers have one of the best pass rushers in the National Football League returning from an ACL injury in Micah Parsons, hopefully early in the season. So we will see on that. All right, more when we continue. ESPN Wisconsin draft.
And my wide receiver, my long shot wide receiver from Notre Dame, Malachi Fields, Michael Pittman-like.
You think they'd go that direction tonight after the Jaden Reed news?
If they think he's that good.
Sure.
Mine is a long shot. Offensive line is, I think, the favorite.
I would agree. Now, with the Malachi Fields thing, similar prototype to Christian Watson. Maybe a little bit stronger.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know they loved him at the Senior Bowl. And
you in the Senior Bowl. That's what we should keep track of.
Yeah, well, I still got my I think they're going to take Cole Payton, quarterback, North Dakota State, in the 7th round.
I certainly think quarterback is on the table this weekend.
And they loved Mike Washington, the running back.
Yes, they did.
That's from he's from
They
Arkansas.
brought him in for a top 30 as
that
well.
Could be the next round too.
Yeah, I think so too. But we will see as they go cornerback in the 2nd round. We will see what the Packers do in the 3rd round as we roll on almost to the end of the 2nd round in the NFL draft. Time keeps ticking. More after this, ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
More coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
If you are a junior or senior, a graduating senior, or a parent of a high school basketball player with a goal of playing college basketball, visit the DME Academy Wisconsin program on the beautiful campus of St. John's in Delafield. Training starts in August with top-flight coaches, facilities, and academics. You will play against the top players and teams and in front of college coaches across America. Ignite your dream of playing college basketball. Google DME at St. John's Northwestern Academy on the campus of St. John's in Delafield.
What is it, boy? Someone need help? Someone in trouble? Oh, okay. So you just want me to get Progressive Auto Insurance because their collision coverage covers up to $1,000 in vet bills if you're injured in an accident? That's it? Okay, calm down. Let's not resort to name calling.
Progressive's collision coverage helps pay for care for your pet when they're in the car during an accident.
No, you're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have said calm down.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage included with purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-885-3333. That's 800-885-3333.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. The clock is ticking. Front offices are scrambling. Fans are pacing. And every pick, it changes everything.
With the 78th pick, with the 45th pick, the 26th pick, in the 2023, in the 2020,
and the 2024 NFL Draft.
The Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers.
The Green Bay Packers.
The Green Bay Packers. Select
Jordan Love.
Tucker Kraft.
Edgerrin Cooper. Linebacker.
Quarterback. Tight end, South Dakota State.
This is ESPN Wisconsin draft coverage. Now broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside Steve Homer True, here's Alex Strofe.
ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night will continue in a moment. Alex Strofe, Steve the Homer True with you from the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All studio in downtown Milwaukee. Homer, I do need to shift gears down the street at AmFam Field. Paul Skeens has a perfect game going through 5 innings.
He's good.
You know what they say, you never want to face Cy Young winners in back-to-back games. That's what they say,
that
right?
last year's Cy Young winners, which used to be impossible because they would be from the same league, and they can't have back-to-back from last year unless they tied for the Cy Young. But, yeah, I mean, and if I'm at that game, I want to see a perfect game.
Yeah, this early in the season.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
despite the fact the Brewers are 13 and 11.
I want to see a perfect game.
Yeah.
I don't think I've, no, I haven't. I can't remember. Closest I've ever seen. I don't know. It didn't happen or I would remember it.
Yeah, I think you'd remember
the greatest pitching I've ever seen was my brother in Little League.
Perfect game?
No, but 6 innings. He struck out 18 batters. And
my simple math is telling me that's
never be broken. I don't care. It can't be broken. Can't strike out more than 18 because in Little League, it's an automatic strikeout even if the catcher doesn't catch the ball. In addition, in the second inning, as I was observing this.
How old in Little League? Out of curiosity.
How old was he? It's 12. Little League's 12 and under. And he, my brother's the nicest of the 8 of us, but yet used to get mad at players on his team when they'd make a mistake. Second baseman makes an error in the second inning. He's yelling at him on the mound. If the kid doesn't make the error, you can't strike out 18, buddy. He owes that kid forever. You'd strike out 17. But yeah, never be broken. You can put what's the Japanese guy?
Ohtani?
But there's no way Ohtani did more than 18. Can't be done. So
that's true. 5 innings pitched for Paul Skeens. He's got 7 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Perfect
game.
Not quite to your brother's level, though, with only 7 strikeouts.
And it's not Little League.
That's also true. That is also true. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully we're doing the announcer jinx.
You think I'm a complainer? You would agree with that because when he got off the field, what was the first thing I said? How are you yelling at that kid? What's wrong with you? Not, hey.
Great job.
Great job. Or, if he doesn't make the error, it's probably the next day when I realized that. But you'd be yelling at the kid. What's wrong with you? He banned my dad from the Little League games because my dad, who never came, actually came, and he was cheering for players on the other team.
Whoops.
Because if somebody did something good, he's go, way to go, pitch. Well, the kid at the plate is sitting right next to him on our team. And so my brother banned him from games, which was what my dad was hoping
Your
for,
brother's younger or older than you?
Younger.
How much younger?
2 years.
Okay. Got it. Greatest performance you've ever seen.
Never took a book home in high school. Straight A's. Never took a book home. Damn.
God, he got the smarts. He got the athleticism.
He's got a PhD in
what else
education
did he beat you in?
from. He's a better golfer, but I was a much better athlete than he was. But that doesn't. I mean, that's the amazing thing that he struck out 18. Like he wouldn't. It would be like, let's see, it'd be like Wilson running for the Packers last year for 260 yards in a game. You go, he's not that good. My brother wasn't, but that day.
Yep. Well, speaking of of Wilson, the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock with the final pick of the second round. That is Emmanuel Wilson's new team.
The center, that big center from Florida just got taken. Yeah, I wanted him. Slaughter.
It's a great name for a center, by the way. Jake Slaughter out of Florida. He goes pick 63 to the Los Angeles Chargers. We await the final pick of the second round, and then we roll into the third round. One thing of note is Jermod McCoy, the Tennessee cornerback, who many had a top 20 ranking on, is still available. He has not played football in over a year, towards ACL in January of 25, and has not played since. But his pro comp, according to ESPN's Matt Miller, is Christian Gonzalez, who, by the way, is one of the best cornerbacks in football right now for the New England Patriots. So pretty high praise for Jermod McCoy, who still sits out there as by far the best available player according to these draft experts.
Yeah, there's clearly issues, or Philadelphia or Seattle would have taken him.
Yeah, I'm confused what's going on there, but I have not seen like a gas mask photo.
He has other medical issues, someone said.
Okay.
In addition to that, and that's more than enough on its own.
Here we go. This is from Tom Pelissero, allegedly a couple weeks ago. Doctors are concerned he may need another surgery.
Yeah.
Yep. Interesting.
I knew there had to be something.
But a 4.38 40 at his pro day, 38-inch vertical, 10.5-foot broad jump. Wow.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the third round, Homer. Even if it is a medical concern, the guy with that talented, you take a flyer on him.
Again, yes, but they're not, and that makes me think that it's even worse. You're worried if you're not taking a flyer on him, then you're worried he's never going to play, or never going to be what those numbers are. That's not worth a flyer.
Yeah, sure. You need him to play, but we'll see how far he falls. All right, more coming up. ESPN Wisconsin draft night. Phone line's open, as we're going to have to wait a while to hear from the Green Bay Packers. Want to get your reaction to Brandon Cece.
A new Packers, Cece says his girlfriend's family is from Wisconsin and huge Packer fans.
That worked out all right.
Did.
I wonder where in Wisconsin. Maybe you know him. You know a lot of people.
It's true. I don't know. Nope.
Okay, well, we'll work on finding that information.
Because with the last name spelled Cisse, if you knew him, you would know about. So how do you pronounce his last name?
Well, no. It's his girlfriend's family.
Right.
It's not his. Her last name is Cece.
I know, but they'd be telling people, hey, you know who my boyfriend is? He plays for the hotshot football player from South Carolina who probably was making $1 million a year last year playing for South Carolina. You tell people when your partner's a college football.
Are you hanging out with a lot of 22-year-old women that are bragging about that? I mean, I don't know what you do outside of the
No, I'm not. But I'm telling you, when your boyfriend at 20 is making $1 million a year as a college football player.
So you're implying she can't be from around this area, otherwise you'd know.
No. I'm saying, I don't know where she's from, but I would think that somebody would know because college players now are far more famous than they've ever been because they're really rich.
Safety Bud Clark out of TCU is the final pick of the second round.
Yes, I had him on the
Round 3.
list. He was big in these Senior Bowl practices too, but they didn't need a safety.
I hope we have a Senior Bowl counter going. Let's take your calls. 800-990-3776. Cece, Brandon Cece out of South Carolina.
Do we have any update on Ketchup and the Bears pick yet?
We do not yet, but I'll also keep an eye out for that. Our research firm is working hard on that. Your calls are coming up next, though. 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. Homer wants to talk to you about Cece. We'll take some of your calls. Coming up next, ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
We're back after this on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our great friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Turn your day into an experience at Road America. Conveniently located in between Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay, this legendary track offers more than just racing. Walk the grounds, explore every corner, and watch the action from wherever you want. Kids 16 and under get you in free with a paying adult at the gate and camp on site all weekend long. IndyCar is must-see and is coming up on June 18th through the 21st. Great food, great views, and non-stop action. Road America, where racing meets outdoors. Check out roadamerica.com to get tickets.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Strofe. A couple of months ago, I knew one thing for sure. I had the girl. What I didn't know was what came next. Luckily, a friend of mine told me about the team at Robert Hack Diamonds and the job they do, getting you from knowing you have the girl to down on one knee. I had never been through this process before buying an engagement ring. I had an idea of what she wanted. She'd sent me pictures of some hints and some ideas, but I wanted it to be special and different, and that's where Robert Hack Diamonds came in. They created my fiance's dream ring, and it made that moment, that much more special. So if you, like me, know you've got the girl, but don't really know what comes next, go see the team at Robert Hack Diamonds. 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 1 in Greenfield, where I went, and 2 in Brookfield, north and south. Their custom jewelry is made on site, lab-grown options, natural diamond options, and all the in-betweens. Stop in today or visit them online, roberthackdiamonds.com. That's Robert Hack, H-A-A-C-K, diamonds.com. And after you get that yes, like me, you'll say, heck yeah, thanks to Robert Hack Diamonds.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
You've always been competitive at work, in the gym, even with your kids. But lately you feel off. Workouts take longer to recover from. Your drive just isn't there. You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back the energy to being dad again. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
We have standards in Wisconsin. Cheese should squeak. Sports and tailgating go hand in hand with brats aplenty. And beef is a delicacy where each bite makes you close your eyes for a second. For 50 years, Bunzel's has been hand-selecting the finest beef, making homemade specialty sausages, and crafting award-winning jerky right here at home. Because Wisconsin is still cattle country, quality isn't optional. It's expected. And after 5 decades, Bunzel's still delivers. Stop in today at 90th and Burleigh or at bunzels.com.
Homer here for Window Nation. Spring is a great time to open your windows and, wait, your windows won't open? open, they leak, or cracked, or need repairing? Again? During Window Nation's The More You Buy, The More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off, plus you could get 0 interest for 5 years. And as a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, ask how you could score a pair of Brewers tickets. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is your home. Visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Hey, it's Brian Balaga. Find the Homer Hour on the ESPN Wisconsin app today.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night continues. Alex Strofe, Steve the Homer True, hanging with you from the Group of Love. This is One Call, That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. The newest Green Bay Packer, Brandon Cece, is a cornerback out of South Carolina. I'm happy about that. Addressing what was clearly the biggest need. Off the rip in the second round with their first pick. I want to get your reaction to it. 800-990-3776. I know Homer wants to get your reaction to it. Carlos Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Let's start in Heartland. Soren in Heartland, you are on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
Hey, boys, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Homer's right, though. We got to get in the trenches in round 3, that's for sure. I'm thinking either D-line or O-line, and then we'll be pitch for perfect, man. This is great. I'm pumped up.
I'm happy to hear that. We like the corner pick, like the O-line pick, if they go there. D-line I'd be fine with. There you go. That's your reaction from Soren in Heartland. 800-990-3776. Here, by the way, don't pay attention to the Brewers game. Paul Skeens is perfect for 6. New Packers cornerback, Brandon Cece.
Well, you've mentioned it, so clearly you're enticing people to be curious.
I'm trying to do the announcer's jinx. Is that not how that works?
Oh, I didn't know. That's
how that works, right? If you speak it into
you're not aware of this, but I have a hate for the concept of announcer jinx.
So tell me this. Close game.
Stupidest thing anybody has ever said.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
It might be a stupid question because I am
Not
a firm believer
necessarily.
those exist.
Right, Tony's saying it. He's trying to teach me how. Tony Smith is trying to teach me how to jinx. Oh, did I jinx right? No. You got to do this when you jinx. Oh, okay.
So close game, Marquette. You've called Marquette for how long? Long time.
Since '89.
And you say, okay, well, 1-point game. This guy's at the line. He's a 93% free throw shooter.
Right.
Clank. That's an
Right.
announcer's jinx.
Some people would say that.
I would.
And I don't think there's anything you can say more stupid than that. I'm doing a lacrosse game in Detroit because there's no such thing. You might as well say, you know why I missed that? Because the guy in China working on concrete moved to the left instead of the right.
Well, Homer, it's more facetious.
Whatever it is, it's stupid. And so, because to me,
You
it
don't
shows.
have fun, do you?
I do have fun. Yes, the fun is, hey, the guy's shooting 95%. Oh, baby, we got lucky. That's what happened. That's what happened.
So you're too good for jinxes.
No, I think everybody's
the
too
answer's
good.
yes.
Everybody's too good for jinxes, and I try to say that it's stupid because I hope people stop doing it.
Let's go to the.
But I don't. I've failed at that terribly. I never give the officials' names either, and haven't in 30 years. No one needs to know their names. They don't exist as people, and they don't need to have people calling them. They simply make the calls.
I actually like this rule.
So anyway,
I like that one.
No one listens to any of my rules, and that's fine. But that you'll other than as somebody who listens to Marquette, Tony and I have discussions about teaching me how to jinx. Oh, now what do I say? No, you jinxed that the wrong way. Okay, whatever. I play along for Tony.
Let's go to the city I spent some wonderful time in this past weekend. Stevens Point. Levi.
Yeah.
Stevens Point.
Yeah.
You were on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
Hey, it's nice talking to you.
Who's the most famous person ever from Stevens Point?
Terry Porter, next question.
No, he played at Stevens Point.
Yep,
He's not.
Terry
From
Is
Stevens
this a trivia
Point.
question or are you asking his opinion?
No, I'm curious, but it's got to be someone from Stevens Point, not that played there, because then you would have Dick Bennett, who coached there. Who are you from Stevens Point?
Oh,
Who do you-
I have one.
Yes.
I know. Janelle McCarver, who went to my high school alma mater, Spash, Stevens Point Area Senior High. She went to high school at my high school, but she graduated way ahead of me years later.
Outstanding choice. All right, let's go on ahead.
She's still coaching in the WNBA, if I'm not mistaken. Still coaching at Spash as well.
It's not the correct answer, but I'm ready to move on.
Well, it's not coaching there, but she was one of the best players in high school in the state.
Yes, fantastic.
Especially, but they lost the. Yeah. I got a couple of things, but I'll be quick. I know, Homer, you did a great job on Wildy and Tausch this morning with Wildy.
Great job, Homer.
Thank you.
You did pretty well with that. And if you want to know about the basketball
Brewers just got a base hit.
Nice.
Announcer's jinx. You did it. Yes.
Announcer's jinx.
That's right. Don't give any credit to Bowers. He had nothing to do with it.
All me.
No.
All
I'm
the
not talking
announcer's
about
jinx.
baseball.
Good. Go back. Sorry.
I'm
I
not
just wanted to
talking
let
about
people know that some people probably
That's
feel
fine,
really
that's
good that he didn't get it.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, Boston's up 7 in Philly with under 5 minutes, and then the Lakers are up in Houston by 11.5. But
He's not talking about baseball, but he's not talking about the draft
but now,
either. Gotcha, Homer.
You did?
Yes, I do. I'll be quick. That draft pick by the Packers was so weak, and Homer's been getting these picks right tonight. And where are your bets that now after you got them right?
Hold on. Why do you think it was weak?
You said it was sweet.
No.
Oh,
I
sweet.
didn't
I
say
didn't
it was
hear it.
weak.
Did you say it was
I said
sweet?
it was so. Yes.
Okay.
But you would always say, "Oh, baby, that's sweet." That's what you would always say.
Come on, give us one.
But
Give us one. Come on.
I've never
I think
said
it's a great draft
it's
pick,
sweet
though.
after that, but maybe I haven't. Really.
It is in the segment open.
Is it?
For when you join Kyle and Bruce.
They got a base hit.
There you go. All right, I'll let you guys go because I know you guys showed you. Thanks for taking.
Thank you, Levi.
It's one of the weirdest calls ever.
He said, I'm not going to talk about baseball. And then he gave you some basketball scores. That was not on my bingo card. One of the weirdest calls ever he just called in.
It was. Where did we end up there? Because there are certain shots in which I will go, so wait, but not, oh, baby. That's all right. I'll have to listen.
Homer, I have a clip of you saying, oh, baby, that's sweet.
I know. Like I said, that's good for me. I'm being corrected. I have to be aware that I do that. That's fine. I just didn't.
All right. I think you're on your A game tonight, just for the record. I'd like the record to show that. I think you were on your A game.
You trying to copy that caller? Let's go. What do we got? Give us the next picks. You're on top of these. We're getting, are we at 68? What do we, Carson Beck was 65.
Carson Beck was the first pick of the second round. Or
Tyler
the third round.
something.
Tyler O'Neidham, defensive tackle out of A&M, goes to Denver, pick 66, and pick 67 is Kieron Crawford, the edge rusher out of Auburn. Philadelphia, pick 68, Chicago, pick 69, San Francisco, pick 70. So 3 NFC players in a row coming up here in the top of the third round. The Packers pick 20 in this round. That is pick 84 overall. We are waiting on pick 68. Pick 68. Or 84, rather. We are on.
Man, the dunker's still there.
He is. And so is that cornerback, Jermod McCoy. Is he going to be the Shador of this year? Jermod McCoy?
Yes.
He's going to fall in the 5th round?
And he might not even get drafted. There's a fear that he'll never play. That has to be it.
Fascinating to me.
If you didn't think the guy's ever going to play, I would take a gamble on him.
Well, the Packers have drafted a few of those over the years.
They never a player they thought would never play again. So
maybe that they thought would never play.
Right.
Guys that ultimately did never play.
Yeah. Right now, I would take him in the 7th round if I were the Packers.
No earlier?
7th round pick is like is like winning the NBA. What's that stupid tournament they have? The NBA
play-in tournament?
No. The one that's in November or December.
Oh, yes. The NBA Cup?
A 7th round pick is like the NBA Cup. It's just a perfect example.
There's a banner in Fiserv Forum for that.
It's the stupidest banner ever done. There's no business being there. It's an embarrassment to the banners up there.
You're usually pretty good with analogies. I don't understand this one at all.
A 7th round pick is basically meaningless, or as meaningless as you can get. Like if you're trading for a 7th round pick, you go, well, you didn't give me anything. The NBA Cup is as meaningless as a 7th round pick. It bothers me that people try to sell that. You think we are fools? We play in a tournament, and the key to that is the poorest people on the team we give a little money to. What?
Look, I'm not.
What is it, Salvation Army Special? Come on.
I'm by no means the brightest guy in the world. We all know this. I'm still struggling to connect the dots on this one.
Right.
How is Mark Tauscher like the NBA play-in tournament?
No, it's not Tauscher.
Tauscher was a 7th-round pick.
He's the exception to how a 7th-round pick could be good. Actually, you're right. That's unfair. The NBA Cup is not even worth a 7th-round pick because a 7th-round pick could be special, and that's incapable of being special. I apologize. Bad analogy for just the reason that you stated. There could be something special about a 7th-round pick. Tauscher's a good example. There can be nothing special ever about the NBA Cup. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. That's good. I won't use that again.
That's why I'm here.
I'd like to think there are other more important reasons, but if you want to add that to the list, it's fine.
It's just, hey, CT, man.
I just want Dunker or your guy, the orange guy. What's that?
Big Citrus.
Big Citrus or Dunker?
Would you? I mean, those are two winners right there.
We each got one.
Those are two winners. Big Citrus or Dunker. We will see as the Eagles have picked offensive tackle Markel Bell.
Yeah, he was
Miami.
high. He was very high on the list of people left.
Now we await the Bears pick, which we will get on the other side. Homer is going to work on his analogy game. I'm gonna update my job responsibilities as both the host of this program and the producer of the Homer Hour, also known as CT the Caretaker. We will get that all hashed out as we return and find out what the Bears do with pick 69. That is coming up next, ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
More coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold the lie with sportswear, too. You pay a fortune for big-name gear, a fancy logo, and a slogan, and it still stinks. Then I found Iron Jock, and now it's all I wear. It's built on science. Their silver ion technology is woven right into the fabric. It kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria, and it never washes out, ever. Get yours today at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free in 24 months with no payments or interest plus $500 off. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at greatmidwestbank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
The Run for the Roses is coming to St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Join us Saturday, May 2nd for the Kentucky Derby Day in partnership with Woodford Reserve. Watch the race live, sip on specialty cocktails including the classic mint julep, and dress to impress. Best hat and best dress contests are on the card. Admission is free, or you can upgrade to VIP for $75 for exclusive food stations and 2 complimentary cocktails. Visit stkatearts.com to RSVP or grab your tickets at stkatearts.com.
See the best of ESPN Milwaukee by subscribing to our YouTube channel.
What the hell happened to your hair?
What do you mean?
Yeah, the front is fine, but you look like Lloyd Christmas in the back. Right there, just stay still. Oh my God, YouTube.
ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Yes, there was Wisconsin Draft Back continues. Alex Stroh, Steve Delma True, Andrew Zimmel with us as well.
Oh, man, these picks are coming quick.
Romello Height just went at pick 70. That was a guy the Packers had at a top 30 visit with, Texas Tech edge rusher. So he goes at pick 70. The Packers at pick 84. That's coming quick. I like that, Homer. We're cooking tonight. The Bears just drafted a tight end at pick 69, Sam Roush out of Stanford.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they feel pretty good about their tight end room?
Yeah, but more and more people, you have a multiple tight end thing.
Sure.
From my guy at The Athletic, the biggest thing that's happening is that people, this is the 4th tight end taken, and he doesn't have any of them in the top 100. So apparently the position is becoming more important than the ranking, that we just need tight ends.
Well, I imagine the Packers will address that need. I would guess tomorrow. I don't think that's a today thing. But truthfully, they could go anywhere here in round 3, and I think everybody would go home happy because they drafted a corner in the second round.
Now, they must go offensive line. Brian Bulaga's worried. Nothing else matters. Because he doesn't normally worry that much.
I think he likes the top 5, but it's hard to like anything past that. But how many teams?
No, he's iffy on the top 5 and wondering about how they're going to be at left tackle but there's no depth. He said, and I'll defer to him on this, that's important for practice, that you have some competition at some spots. That makes, I don't know, you'll have to ask him, but he's never been this way about the offensive line before.
Oh, my goodness, I have a catch-up update.
I told you.
Logan Jones will receive a lifetime supply of ketchup from the Kraft Heinz Company. This is from Courtney Cronin. Jones didn't know the incentive of his draft slot until informed on a Zoom minutes after being selected. Quote, I love it. I'll take as much as I can get. Let's go ketchup.
Yeah.
End quote.
Yeah. Well, there'll be more. I would hope that the Chicago people, the press, would inform him, but maybe they won't. It'd be sad if they don't. If Kaplan's there and he doesn't, you need to just crush him. Because a kid that says that needs to be told, hold on, you understand ketchup is okay on everything but one thing. And there's no excuse.
Oh, that's so good. Put it on a hot dog, Logan. Put it on a hot dog.
Yeah, you should put that out. Put that out. That'd be good. You should do that.
Hey, Logan Jones, this is Alex Stroh, longtime Chicago Bears fan, diehard.
Get a hot dog tonight.
Get a hot dog tonight. Celebrate with your lifetime
in
Heinz.
Chicago. Don't get it.
Don't get an Iowa hot dog.
No.
Get a Chicago dog.
No.
Put some ketchup on that puppy. Celebrate
if he's in
accordingly.
Iowa, they don't care.
Celebrate accordingly. Yeah, but he's a Bear now.
I know. So
the word will get out. Word will spread fast. Let's go ketchup. That's the least Chicago quote I've ever heard. I love that. Oh, this is the best possible way for this to start.
That's how sad it is. Last year he was making big money in college. Now he's getting ketchup.
He's making big money too, Homer. It's a second-round draft pick. He's doing just fine.
Yeah, I bet he might make more. I don't know. It's going to be close from last year when he made at Iowa. He's over $1 million at Iowa. Is he making over $1 million as a second-round pick?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Do we know he was making over $1 million at Iowa?
No, but that's
You're just guessing?
As good as he was, that's what I'm at. Yeah.
Sure. Draft is moving. We were up to pick 71. Yes or no, Jermod McCoy gets drafted tonight? You say no?
He will get drafted.
Tonight?
Oh, no. Sorry. He'll get drafted tomorrow, not tonight. No, there's no way. That's over.
He's been passed by every team already, which is
no.
interesting.
There's a concern that he'll never play. But if there's a fear a guy will never play, when would you gamble on him? 7th round pick.
I'd probably go with a 5th.
All right.
Just looking at some of the top available, a lot of receivers out there. I don't think that's where the Packers go. If let's just say Keontae Scott, he's the second best corner available according to Mel Kiper. Keontae Scott from Miami.
Logan Jones was reportedly at 750. Okay. All right. I wasn't too far off.
Keontae Scott is the best corner available according to Mel Kiper, besides McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
If he's there at 84, would you be okay with the Packers going corner?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just address the need, and now tomorrow's all about
Ron
everything
Wolf,
else.
when Randy Moss showed up the next year, he took the first 3 picks were cornerbacks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just didn't think that Goody thought it was that bad. But if he does, then yeah, he should do it.
Well, I think if we've learned one thing about Goody and his drafting, especially early, it feels, he learns from his mistakes of the past year, the shortcomings of the team the year prior. And, you can think back even to 2021 or 22 and 23 when he was really going heavy on pass catchers early, right? Think of Musgrave and Kraft and Reed and Watson. Drafted Dobbs in the 5th round, who ultimately worked out pretty good for them in his 4 years. Last year it was wide receiver, stack the cupboard full. I had some decision-making and an offensive lineman. Add to the trenches, trade for Micah. I feel like his urgency that he's shown in past off seasons has been, okay, what was our worst part last year? How can we address that? And he's gone and done it. Didn't signed a corner, I guess, in Benjamin St. Juste, but a depth corner in free agency. I would not be shocked if they go corner to really add to that room and then address everything else tomorrow.
Yeah, I would agree, except when Bulaga says he's worried about the offensive line, that tells me.
That's really sticking with
you. Yes. He's not that. He's never been at this level of concern about the offensive line.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting. Mike Clay earlier this week released rankings of all of the 32 starting 5s in the league. Packers ranked, did you see those?
It was near the bottom.
27th.
Yeah.
27th of 32. Mm-hmm. Which is not a great spot to be for your starting
I'd like
5.
to know how he has rated them in past years to know if there's any credibility to what he says. But,
sure.
With the injuries they have, and you have a question mark at left tackle. Nobody can be for sure about how good he's going to do, and that's a start, and then you go from there.
Yeah.
So that's why Dunker.
And he can play kind of all over, it seems. Dunker can.
They listed him more like a guard, but maybe Paul Bunyan, old school power.
That's good. I like that. Wide receiver goes at pick 71 to the Washington Commanders. Wide receiver Antonio Williams out of Clemson is the pick at pick 71. That is pick 7 of this third round.
They got 2 receivers that are really highly. 26 overall, Denzel Boston of Washington. No top speed. Maybe 47, Chris Bell of Louisville. When healthy, so maybe that's an injury. They're in the top 50. They're by far, other than the guy hurt from Tennessee. Then you got to go to the 50s, which is makes sense. So Antonio Williams. All right. He was 59.
So value pick.
Yeah.
They're at number 71.
Yep.
Bengals on the clock, then the Saints, then the Browns. So we will wait a bit for the Packers.
We're not that far away.
No, we're
Malachi
flying.
Fields is still available.
You want a receiver?
No,
you just like him.
It's my Senior Bowl theory. But
can you re-explain for those of you
seems year after year when Packers take people, they always say they practiced well in the Senior Bowl. People that kept track, and I thought, all right, now that I'm actually going to follow it past the first round, I'll see who they liked at the Senior Bowl.
And Cece was not a Senior Bowl guy.
He was not mentioned as one. No, but the guy that I talked about was Colton Hood was, Bud Clark was, Mike Washington, the running back. Yeah, check that out. I don't know if that's too early, but Malachi Fields was. Both had Lee Hunter, but then he went early. And they mentioned Malachi Fields. They also mentioned this linebacker from Pittsburgh, Kyle Lewis. Will backer or big nickel at the next level. So, and they both liked him, and he was ranked much better.
Have we mentioned Cese's age yet?
I think he's 20. He's
20.
Yeah.
Skipped the senior season, only 20 years old.
Yeah, that was the way it used to be. Now it's different with older guys getting more money sticking around. But yeah,
Well, the COVID years are done now, so it seems like we're kind of reverting back to form at least a bit. But yeah, he's skipping his senior season. 9.24 out of 10.0 relative athletic score, the RES, which Goody always loves, over 9 guys.
Yes, well, I haven't looked at that, and that's yes. If you want to try to figure Goody, always look at that.
9.24 is pretty darn good for Brandon.
There's a certain point, I don't know what it is, where you could figure out he ain't taking him. Like if his number is below a certain,
it's like 8.5.
Whatever.
It's below 8.5.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll touch. Oh well, unless the later rounds. Later rounds he'll go, but 6.5 and up.
But I think of one stat to look at to try to figure out when you were down to a few people. Look at that stat.
I think you're right about that.
What's your orange guy? What's he at? What is he at? What is orange guy and what is Dunker at? Can you look them up?
Give me one moment and I will have that for you. Dominic Orange. He does not qualify for a relative athletic score, so he's probably out due to lack of measurements. The big citrus does not have a RAS.
He's out.
Oh, here we go. Never mind. They did a different. This is not the normal source you go through, but a source that calculated it had him only at a 7.84 out of 10.
Cornerback from Washington, 6'4", just got taken. Wow.
And Jennings Dunker was an 8.20 out of 10.
Is that good enough? Right on the edge?
It ranks 273rd out of over 1,500 qualified offensive tackles from 1987 to 2026. So,
the answer is probably not.
At that position, maybe.
Tacario, see another name I don't know how to pronounce. Tacario Davis, cornerback Washington, taken by the Bengals.
And then Oscar Delpa, tight end, goes to
these tight ends.
New Orleans.
Insane. Everybody wants a tight end.
Giants, Dolphins, Steelers, Buccaneers, Colts, the next 5 picks.
We got only 10 to go.
Only 10 to go. We're hanging in there. All right, ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night. He is Homer. I am Alex Strofe, hanging with you through the Packers' final pick of tonight. Pick 84. We are currently at pick 74. We're getting there. We're making some progress. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Target text line if you want to get in ahead of the Packers' likely final pick of the night. But we go all the way 100 picks tonight. So they could, in theory, trade back in. With 15 picks after they will select, 16 picks after they select. So we will see what happens there, but still about 25 picks to go here in round number 3 in night 2 of the NFL draft. All right, let's go to Jim in Saukville, 800-990-3776. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I just got a question to ask you guys. I thought it was weird because I'd never think about doing it. Would you guys want the commissioner's autograph?
What makes you ask that?
I saw it on television, and I just thought it was weird. It's not. I would have no desire, and it's almost unnatural, not normal. Is he a celebrity in that way that you guys would have a desire, or know anyone who would have the desire to have his autograph?
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to use the past president. You're a Packers fan, yes, Jim?
Sure.
Would you want Mark Murphy's autograph?
No, not that much.
Yeah, I would.
You want Murphy's or the commissioners?
No, Murphy's, because Murphy was a player. He played on the Washington Redskins that won a Super Bowl.
And he's the Packers, and he represents. I'm close to the Packers.
I'd rather have Harlan's, but Murphy would have some value.
What about the commissioners?
None.
His is on football.
I know. I can't defend the position.
I'm not an autograph guy, so I guess I don't really know where to weigh in on this.
Right. No, if I wanted a commissioner, this sounds mean. I'd want one that's dead. So probably be worth more. Pete Rozelle.
I was going to say Rozelle.
Yeah, because I remember him growing up. But in general, no, I don't. At the commissioner, Bud Selig, I liked.
Are we to the Ask Us Anything portion of the program? I'm curious where Jim thought of that.
You got to ask him. Don't ask me.
He hung up. Otherwise, I would.
Okay. You're going to ask him to call back.
All right.
We got time.
Jim, you don't need to call back, but maybe Homer wants to talk to you. 800-990-3776. Phone lines, text line is open for you. Thanks to Carbless. List is more with Carbless. We roll on right after this as we await pick 84 for the Green Bay Packers tonight on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
We're back after this on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 85% lean ground chuck, $4.99 a pound. Jumbo sweet onions, 99 cents a pound. 48-ounce selected varieties Edie's ice cream, 2 for $7. 5.9 to 16-ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Lay's potato or kettle chips or munchies, 2 for $5.
Safe.
What?
It's a long fly ball.
Every time I scan, what is happening?
A leaping grab at the wall.
Okay, fine, I'll play. Get a load of this watermelon. And here's the pitch.
Please wait for assistance.
Win Century Foods Ultimate Fan Experiences at Milwaukee baseball games. Throw out the first pitch, hold the ribbon for the Johnsonville Famous Sausage Race, or watch batting practice from the field.
Ooh, what do I do?
Complete the entry form in Century's weekly ad and return to the store.
Oh, no, what happened here?
Oh, self-checkout couldn't handle my heater. Here, I filled out my entry form. Gotta go. Have a great day.
I'll go get the mop.
Enter by August 5th.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well-stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring. They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that? Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998. Or $14.98 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
An epic Brewers Pirates series is coming April 24th through the 26th. Kick it off with Star Wars Night on Friday the 24th. And check out a post-game laser show presented by ESPN Milwaukee. Then on Saturday the 25th, get a Brewers Windbreaker giveaway courtesy of Courts. Wrap up the series with Family Sunday fun and kids cheer free. Plus, the first 5,000 kids take home an Abner Uribe poster. Grab a seat at Brewers.com.
In season, off season, draft season. Whatever season it is, we are Milwaukee's place to talk green and gold. Listen, watch, or stream live whenever, wherever. 94.5 ESPN.
ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night continues. Alex Strobe, Homer with you. Pick number 74. The New York Giants select the 6'5" wide receiver out of Notre Dame, Malachi Fields. Homer's draft crush, who is never probably going to end up in Green Bay anyway, goes to the New York Giants. At least you don't have to see him that much. It's not like he went in the division. But who'd you say you compared him to? Michael Pittman?
Yes, that's what they did. Yeah, not me.
Are you disappointed he's not a Packer?
No. Just it was all about the Senior Bowl deal. But we don't know because he was taken before then.
Caleb Douglas, another wide receiver, just went to Miami out of Texas Tech. So a little run on pass catchers. 4 of the last 5 picks have been pass catchers. 3 wide receivers and a tight end have gone in the past 5 picks in the NFL draft. We are on to pick 76. The host city, the Pittsburgh Steelers, are on the clock here at pick 76. They have not drafted a quarterback yet. I wonder if that could be on the table for them here at pick 76. They
Guy
still
from
don't
LSU?
Know, they still don't know if our guy Aaron Rodgers is going to play this season for Big Mike out there in Pittsburgh.
I think they probably think he will, but if not,
they've got Will Howard, the former Ohio State quarterback. But
No.
I don't know if they think he's ready.
I mean, I think that I believe he's going to play.
I do too. I think him and Big Mike one more season is just too good of a way to go out. But the Steelers thus far have gone offense in the draft. They drafted an offensive tackle yesterday in the first round. They drafted Jeremy Bernard, the wide receiver out of Alabama, with the 15th pick in the second round.
By the way, can you check up Caleb Douglas, wide receiver, Texas Tech? On my CBS, they have overall ranking 312. And he was picked number 75 by the Miami Dolphins.
I can do that for you.
Yeah.
Here you go. Texas Tech wide receiver Caleb Douglas is projected as a mid to late day 3 pick in the 2026
Yeah, there you
NFL
go.
draft between the 5th and 7th round.
By the way, your guy is still available, Malik Mohammed.
Yeah,
the cornerback.
I know
that
he
would
is.
fit.
Yeah, it's the size thing that scares me because he just doesn't really feel very Packersy. There you go. They go quarterback. Drew Aller from Penn State is drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 3rd round. Pittsburgh looks overall pretty happy about that. Obviously, he's a Pennsylvania guy. Went to Penn State, stays in Pennsylvania, will go to Pittsburgh as they await Aaron Rodgers' decision. Will he play? Will Drew Aller be under Aaron Rodgers' tutelage in what will likely be Aaron Rodgers' final season if he does return to play for Pittsburgh? But Drew Aller is the pick in Pittsburgh. Hopefully Rodgers doesn't get irritated like he did with the Packers when they drafted Jordan Love.
I don't think he got irritated.
I was being facetious.
He was irritated they didn't take a player that could have helped him, just like Rams could be irritated that they didn't take a player that could have helped them now, as good as they are, and still gotten their quarterback a little late.
Yeah, have you seen some of the reaction to that? It seems Sean McVay wasn't super happy during his media availability last night.
Yeah, I think that was all for his quarterback. He knew exactly what they were doing, and he didn't object to it that much, or they wouldn't have done it. That's my theory. But he's got to act like, hey, I got to let the old man know that I love him. And
yeah,
so he said that.
Yeah, Ty Simpson, who we're referring to, the quarterback out of Alabama, who was selected yesterday. Oh, and we have a trade. The Green Bay Packers are on the clock at pick 77, and the pick is in. They move up from pick 84 in a trade with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the Packers now on the clock, and the pick is in, their 3rd round pick. So Goody moving on up, 7 picks. They clearly like somebody, Homer.
Yep. Dunker.
That's what I hope for. I would love to see. Jennings Dunker is just a Packer written through and through. He's got that big mullet.
I've got to look on Lewis, the linebacker. I think it's somebody from the Senior Bowl. I got to go through my Senior Bowl, see who's still out there. A lot of them are gone. Washington, running back. I mentioned that. Let's see, who else do I got here?
Waiting to see who the Packers. So the Packers have traded pick 84 and pick 160 to the Buccaneers just to move up 7 spots to pick 77.
So 160 is gone, proving again that he doesn't want extra picks because
still a lot of draft left, but yes.
There is. So 84, they're moving to 77.
That is correct. So that pick is a 5th round pick. So they traded a 3rd round pick and a 5th round pick just to move up.
But they got the extra 5th. Where did they get the 5th round pick?
That was the Dontavian Wicks
trade.
trade.
So they got an extra one, and so they traded one away.
All right. We await the pick in Pittsburgh for the Green Bay Packers here at pick number 77. Will it be Jennings Dunker?
Yeah.
One can hope.
No idea.
As we await the selection, John Kuhn on stage out there in Pittsburgh And the Packers have selected Chris McClellan, the defensive tackle from Missouri. Missouri defensive tackle Chris McClellan. So
we got to call
interior defensive line. Yeah, we're going to have to get John Anderson on the phone. Let me shoot him a note. But a Missouri defensive tackle, that's a need. I mean, we talked about it a lot.
We did. I asked him about that. He didn't mention anybody, I don't think.
Chris McClellan, defensive tackle, 6'4", 313 pound, stops at Florida and Missouri, played all of his collegiate football in the SEC. Has the strength to anchor and take on double teams, but at times can play too high, making him more susceptible to being washed out of the play despite his strength, according to Scouts Inc. So very strong, which is good.
They had him here as pick number 80, so it's right about where they took him.
They clearly really liked him to move up 7 picks,
That's
which
correct.
is interesting to me.
It is.
Especially given the run of offensive players we've seen here in the last bit. We are going to await the professor, John Anderson. I have just received a text message from him unprompted. He did not see that I texted him, "Can you call in?" He just texted me the one word, Homer.
Yes.
Baller.
Oh, yeah, tough guy.
Baller.
Whatever that means.
6'4", 313. So here, if that's their last pick of the night.
It is.
Well,
we got to wait till the end of this. Oh, God.
But if this is their final pick of the night, they've addressed 2 needs.
Yeah.
They addressed defensive tackle. They addressed cornerback. They've tried to beef up that defense for first-year defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon in a new system. Obviously, some shortcomings for that group, especially late in games at the end of last year, and they're going to be without Micah Parsons to start the season more than likely. So I view both of these picks as addressing needs and guys that could, in theory, contribute in year one. Rotational depth for both of them. So I'm a fan, big body, and if Professor John Anderson shoots me the word baller, knowing what he knows about Missouri football, I'm going to take that with 2 thumbs up.
All right, that's good. I wouldn't go 2 thumbs up, but it's all right.
What would you go?
1 thumbs up. But you get more excited about stuff.
That's probably an accurate assessment.
Yep.
All right, we'll continue to react. We'll see if the Packers will move around anymore, but they lose their third-round pick, move up to pick 77 from pick 84. Also send off a 5th-round pick to acquire defensive tackle Chris McClellan from Missouri. He is the newest Green Bay Packer. More after this on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
More coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week.
This is where neighbors look out for one another, where careers get moving, and families settle in, where local businesses become your favorite go-tos, where making life easier for those around you is just what you do. This is where it all clicks. This is where you belong. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Find your branch at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
Remember how you felt when you were 25? Your morning workouts were a breeze. You had a drive that kicked in way before your first cup of coffee. Does it feel like you're losing your edge? You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back to being the guy you used to be. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold the lie with sportswear too. You pay a fortune for big name gear, a fancy logo, and a slogan, and it still stinks. Then I found Iron Jock, and now it's all I wear. It's built on science. Their silver ion technology is woven right into the fabric. It kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria, and it never washes out, ever. Get yours today at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
Hey
this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The clock is ticking. Front offices are scrambling. Fans are pacing. And every pick, it changes everything.
With the 78th pick, with the 45th pick, the 26th pick, in the 2023, in the 2020, and the 2024 NFL Draft.
The Green Bay Packers.
The Green Bay Packers.
The Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers.
Select
Jordan Love.
Tucker Kraft.
Edgerrin Cooper. Linebacker.
Quarterback. Tight end, South Dakota State.
This is ESPN Wisconsin draft coverage. Now broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside Steve Homer True, here's Alex Strofe.
ESPN Wisconsin draft night rolls on, although the night may be over and likely is over for the Green Bay Packers. Not quite over for us. With you for probably about another half hour here on ESPN Wisconsin draft night as we react to the Packers picks for the evening. Just to see, I doubt it. I mean, they've now have 5 picks remaining. They trade a 5th round pick and their 3rd round pick to move up 7 spots to draft Missouri defensive tackle Chris McClellan. Earlier in the night, drafting cornerback out of South Carolina, Brandon Cece, in the 2nd round. They have a 4th round pick, a 5th round pick, a 6th round pick, and now 2 7th round picks, which will round out their day tomorrow. So Homer was right. Goody not looking to acquire picks tonight, actually settling picks on night 2 of
But
the
I've
NFL
got
draft.
some information on McClellan. The best information is from John Anderson. I think Packers just did it so that we could get good info from the professor at Missouri, John Anderson. He just said, what, baller?
He said baller, and then he sent me a song by Big Twist and the Mellow Fellows titled 300 Pounds of Heavenly Joy.
Yes, at least that. Chris McClellan is a stout interior defender with a high floor as a run defender and a limited ceiling as a pass rusher. In the right scheme, he could develop into an every down player, but maybe otherwise settle into a role-specific rotational spot. Not this year, but the previous year, or maybe, I don't know, it says 24-25. Only FBS player weighing 320 plus with 8+ sacks and 30+ pressures, which would tell you that the limited ceiling as a pass rusher was not the case. Strengths, good mass and low center of gravity, difficult for blockers to recover once he gains leverage. Draws double teams and shows strong play strength at the point of attack. Does a good job stacking and shedding blockers while staying disciplined in his gap. Weaknesses, below average quickness and change of direction. Pass rush arsenal is limited beyond a bull rush, unlikely to provide much production as a pass rusher. 40-yard dash, January. That's weird. 5.05 seconds.
That is much faster than me, and he was a lot more than me.
3. Yeah, well, he got drafted. And I don't believe you did. Did I? Did I have that right? You did not get drafted.
Not yet.
All right, 40-yard dash, 5.05. Vertical jump, 29.5 inches. And broad jump, 9 feet 0 inches.
Athletic for a big fella.
Yeah, he must have feet, but apparently he doesn't do much with them because they didn't seem to think he can. No, if you just have a bull rush, that's it. Anybody can stop that at that level. But yeah, they liked him, and I believe they were willing. I don't know how you decide. They must have had him so much higher than anybody else at that position. I'm always curious. I wish you could be in. So why do you feel like you have to move up? You feel like you have to move up because if for some reason he's taken, the drop off you must view as significant.
It might not even be drop off. It's just I'm not going to wait any longer for a guy I know I want.
Yeah.
At this point in the draft,
I don't think there can be that many guys like that where got to have him. But there's a reason he does it, and that very easily could be the reason. I don't. You look at this and you go, God, I got 20 other guys that are ranked lower than 77, and I don't have to give up a 5th.
I mean, defensive tackle obviously going to be a need because of the 3-4 base defense, right? So you're going to have effectively 3 defensive tackles out there for your base defense, and you really only have 3 you fully believe in right now in Carl Brooks, Devontae Wyatt.
Yeah, he
and
could be a
Javon
nose
Hargrove.
guard. We'll ask Jason about that.
So that is a guy you're going to be looking forward to getting in rotation. It's a good pick, and we talked about it, all week. It's defensive line, it's offensive line, it's cornerback. Those are the 3 position groups you want to see them address. Maybe even double dip at all 3 of those. Go interior and edge on the defensive line. Go interior and tackle at the offensive line, and then pick 2 cornerbacks, and you'll feel pretty good about whatever else happens in this draft. They checked 2 of those boxes by drafting defensive tackle Chris McClellan out of Missouri. Big fella, good reaction, and it's, again, a position of need. And so I don't know if – and, again, draft boards are different for every team. We know that. Every team evaluates and values differently than other teams. But they always tell us best available player, Homer.
Yeah.
Not position of need.
Right, but I think best available player and replacement value in terms of how big a gap we can solve. And if the other position is more important, fine, but I can improve the gap of below average, whatever. I mean, to me, those are the 2 things. And that's not inventing anything. That's just logic, and I'm sure they look at it that way. We have these needs, but we have a 10 at a position, and we can go to 30. I still think they'll take a running back, but they're down to 5 picks because, again, they gave up pick number 160, which they could do because they picked up 153. So this is basically the original draft that they had, and they got to move up 7 spots.
And they got their guy. And you're never going to fault them for that unless the guy sucks.
Right. Yeah, it's always about the amount of talent.
And Brian Gutekunst's track record in these middle rounds 2 and 3 specifically, has been pretty solid throughout the years. There's some certain misses, but mostly hits, right? Like Marshawn Lloyd is going to go down as a miss more than likely, especially if they draft the quarterback or running back, tomorrow. A.J. Dillon goes down likely as a miss, but some of his best work has been done on day 2. Think of the Tucker Crafts of the world. Think of the Javon Bullards of the world. Think of the Edrin Coopers of the world in recent years. Jaden Reed was a second-round pick who they signed to an extension earlier today. So although we won't really have an answer for months on how good these guys can be in their rookie seasons, we can look at the track record and certainly say, Brian Gutekunst has done pretty well on day 2 of the NFL draft, and he addresses the defense for a new defensive coordinator tonight with Brandon Cece, the cornerback out of South Carolina, and Chris McClellan, the defensive tackle out of Missouri. Your reaction on the Carbless Tuck and text line 800-990-3776, 800-990-ESPN. Tomorrow it's got to be about the offense, right, Homer?
Offensive line, I'm not happy. Bulaga's not happy. He's probably not sleeping well.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he'll likely still go in the 3rd round here, I would guess. Although another defensive tackle just went at pick 81, so no wonder the Packers traded up as they were originally at pick 84. Didn't want their guy to go in those 7 picks, and they must have known the teams in front of them also had a need for a defensive tackle.
Yeah, I think that would be it.
I'm just taking a look at what we've missed since the Packers picked. A.J. Halsey, the safety out of LSU, which some people thought maybe that could be a need for the Packers. He goes at pick 78 to the Colts. 2 wide receivers in a row. A lot of receivers tonight. Zachariah Branch, the wide receiver out of Georgia, goes pick 79 to the Falcons. Jacoby Lane out of USC receiver goes pick 80 to the Ravens. And as I just mentioned, Albert Regis out of Texas A&M, the defensive tackle, goes pick 81
So we're
to
now
the
at what
Jags.
number?
This will be pick 82 for the Vikings.
So we have 12 picks we need to wait to make sure that the Packers don't pick.
I don't think the Packers are picking tonight. I think we stay on until about 9:30, and then we'll see where we're at that point. But again, 800-990-3776 if you want to get in with your reaction to the Packers draft tonight. We assume it's over, especially given the fact they gave up a 5th-round pick as well tonight. But anything is possible in the NFL draft. Brandon Cece, the corner out of South Carolina.
I mean, you'd have to give up 120 and 153 probably to pick now.
Chris McClellan, the defensive tackle out of Missouri, I'm just curious to see how much of an impact these guys make. Because that's what's going to get them, right? It's going to get them from over the edge of, oh, it's a 7 seed to what you always say, winning the damn division.
Correct.
You look at Seattle's roster last year. They had multiple impact rookies contribute to their Super Bowl roster. Same with New England, really. And a bunch of young players contributing to that Super Bowl roster. And last year was not a great year for Packers rookies. Anthony Belton was the only one that really was pushed into a, hey, you got to perform now role in his rookie season. The Packers could use a couple of rookies chipping in, and that could be what gets them over the edge and finally winning the division and hopefully getting back to a Super Bowl for the first time in 16 years. And these feel like positions of need, obviously, where I feel like Cece and McClellan could both be certainly playing meaningful snaps week 1.
If you're counting on them to make a difference, you're nuts.
I'm not saying I'm counting on them.
No, they're not going to make the difference. No, they're not going to make the difference.
I think they're a good team regardless. I think they're a playoff team. I think they could win the division regardless. But if you look at a team like Seattle, who was good and needed to get pushed over the edge, they had several rookies contributing or second-year guys that took that jump.
Correct.
And that's what Green Bay needs.
How many rookies and how many second-year guys?
I'd have to go back and look, but one of their starting safeties who had a big playoff run, Nick Omenwari, was their second-round pick last year.
Okay.
So several between rookie and second round. But let me pull up the roster, and I can let you know. I don't have the file I went through a couple weeks ago.
That's all right.
Gray Zabel, your guy. Remember him from last year, the offensive lineman? He was a starting left guard. He's the North Dakota State guy who could play all over the line. He really wanted the Packers to draft him.
Yep.
He was starting for them. And Nick Omenwari was a starter. So, yeah, I mean, they hit, and you hope the Packers can, at least to a point, do the same. Now, again, I'm not saying it was all rookies. They had the offensive player of the year in Seattle, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. But if you can have one or two guys that contribute, and I'm not even saying start, just give me some good snaps on the defensive line if you're McClellan, or be a good third cornerback if you're Cece, reliable guy that's not going to get torched by somebody in the playoffs, that could be the difference.
Yeah, it could be, but that's not what I'm counting on.
I'm not saying I'm counting on.
Counting on the others. With more experience to do it.
Well, the good news is they won't be the youngest team in the league this year for the first time since Jordan Love's been the quarterback.
Yeah, that's how many times have the youngest team ever won anything?
The big citrus just went to the Vikings.
Wow.
Oh, no.
That's amazing.
The defensive tackle out of Iowa State, Dominique, I think it's Orange. It's spelled orange. But the big citrus is all you need to know him by. And he will be trying to take down Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs this upcoming season.
You'll remember him.
To Minnesota. It's a unique name. And one of the best nicknames, if not the best nickname in the draft, the big citrus. They go defensive tackle, but they let him get away. All right, pick 83, and the pick is in for Carolina. Pick 84 coming up next to, which would have been the Packers pick, but that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, we'll wrap up our coverage of ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night number 2 coming up next right here on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
More coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Week. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union. On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Swing and a miss. It is a career-high 9th strikeout for Riley Peterson.
Catch Riley and the Milwaukee Panthers baseball team as they take on Wright State at Franklin Field. The series starts on Friday at 3 p.m. Then bring out the family on Saturday at 2 for Senior Day, featuring a special senior citizen ticket offer and free tailgate blankets. Plus, kids can run the bases and get free tickets. The series concludes on Sunday at 1 p.m. $10 tickets are available at mkepanthers.com. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
Prizes,
Flyaways,
even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Homer here for Window Nation. Spring is a great time to open your windows, and wait, your windows won't open? They leak or crack or need repairing? Again? During Window Nation's The More You Buy, The More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off, plus you could get 0 interest for 5 years. And as a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, ask how you could score a pair of Brewers tickets. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is your home. Visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
It's a great day for Brewers baseball, and with Brewers checking from Associated Bank, you get a powerful lineup of perks all season. Leading off is express entry with incredible speed. Next up, 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. Sporty stuff. And third, up to 50% off home game tickets. But if you can believe it, there's even more you can score. Because with Brewers checking, you get the strongest lineup in baseball. Only from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
You know, I mean, your home is about as personal as it gets, right?
We want to build a relationship with homeowners, not only educating them, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us.
Yeah, the interview goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to know people while also serving them. It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
Besides that, it's just the right thing to do. See how Big Fish Contracting is renovating homes and redeeming an industry at bigfishcontracting.com.
One of the most important concepts in sports is don't drop the ball. Are you dropping the ball with your estate plan? When was it last updated? Have you even done one at all? It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wely for Walney Legal Group. There's a lot at stake for you and your family when it comes to wills, trusts, probate, and elder planning. At Walney Legal, that's all they do. Tailored documents. No confusing legal jargon. Just thoughtful guidance. Do the blocking and tackling to protect your family. Start a conversation today at walneylegal.com.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Toscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
We are going to grind out at bats. You have to throw quality pitches in order to get us out. And then once we get on the base paths, you have to worry about us. It's a different brand of baseball.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Rocking on the ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night. 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Appreciate you hanging with us this evening as the Packers trade up 7 picks in the third round of draft Missouri defensive tackle Chris McClellan. They also go ahead in the second round and address the biggest need that the team needed. And that is the cornerback out of South Carolina, Brandon Cece. Brandon Cece, the corner out of South Carolina, Chris McClellan, the defensive tackle out of Missouri. Your newest Green Bay Packers. The Packers will have 5 picks tomorrow rather than 6 as they trade their second, or the worst positioned 5th-round pick to Tampa Bay to move up 7 spots in the third round. Homer, your overall theme from night 2 of the NFL draft for Green Bay as they beef up their defense.
No one can argue they did what everybody thought. They didn't do anything weird, but I would tell everybody that if you're expecting the difference in the team from what you thought to what they will be based on these 2 people, you're giving them way too much importance. Rookies just don't make that much difference. It's possible they could be the exception, but that's not the way to bet. So
I don't know that that's always true, though, Homer. I mean,
almost always true. It's not true every time.
Weren't you yelling that all the time 2 years ago?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was the first time in the history of the Packers that a rookie was Defensive Player of the Week twice. It just doesn't happen. So they can help the team, but if you're counting on them for a lot, your team's not that good.
I'm not asking them to be all pros.
What are you asking for? They're not going to start. They'll maybe help in rotation or something.
Cece might start.
No.
I don't. Why not?
Only if somebody's hurt. I don't think he's going to be that good. See, this is a perfect example of my point. If you think he's going to be that good, then you're just going to be disappointed.
I just think they're that. They have no depth there. They've only got 3 guys there. One of them's a lifelong journeyman in Benjamin St. Juste.
Right.
One of them's Carrington Valentine, who got soft benched twice throughout the season last year. And the other's Keyshawn Nixon. So if you bring in a guy who's reliable and can tackle, and
he's a rookie.
So you are making the argument rookies do not start.
Generally not. No, they could. There's a possibility they accept it. I'm just saying that's not what you count on. The things to count on that the team will be better will based on the players there getting better and contributing more, way more than your rookies coming in.
They don't have bodies at cornerback. That's the issue. He's going to have to contribute. He has to. They don't have anybody else.
Okay, so what's he contribute? You said he might start. I'm telling you, I don't think you should count on him to start.
I'm not counting on him start. I'm saying he might start. He's going to play. It's a rotation position. Just like defensive tackle. McClellan's going to see the field. Carl Brooks got opportunities his rookie year.
They could be part of a rotation, right. Is their play going to have any significant impact on the Packers being as good as you think? No. That's the question, yes or no? They might at some point in their career, but next year, no.
But, well, maybe not. I guess we won't know until they play the games.
Obviously,
one can hope on draft night that,
I don't hope any different on draft night than any other night. Doesn't make any difference what night it is. They're whoever they are.
I would just point out, again, Edgerrin Cooper, Defensive Player of the Week twice. And again, I know that's the exception, not the rule, but he's a guy that got more and more opportunity because he proved he belonged.
Right.
Matthew Golden scored a touchdown in a playoff game. Anthony Belton started at right guard for half the season. Rookies can play a role.
Okay.
And when Anthony Belton played right guard and Sean Ryan moved over to center, their offensive line was better than it was early in the season.
Yes, they can play a role. If your team's good, they shouldn't play that big a role. But
Super Bowl champion had 2 rookies starting last year.
Okay.
And I would argue they were a pretty good team given that they were the best.
There's a huge difference you need to accept.
What's the huge difference?
Goody didn't pick those guys. Who picked those guys?
John Schneider.
All right. I rest my case.
But Goody's been good in the middle.
No, he's not. No, that's the kind of difference you have. That's what turns something into great. There's been nothing great about Goody. What Schneider done has been great in a number of ways, and he's gotten lucky. So now you think Goody, because Seattle did it, Goody's going to do it, find something else. Because that ain't a way to compare. You're just going to live with the frustration of realizing and watching what he does, and he could have been Green Bay's guy. And you just made it a perfect example. Because you're going to live next year and go, why can't our guys do it like his guys did? Because he ain't John Schneider. And he's been here long enough to know what you can expect. Pretty good, not great.
Ending draft night on a positive note from Steve the Homer.
Yeah, that'll be good. Let's see what happens. But I'm not counting on these guys to make the difference. You know who I'm counting on? Cooper. He better be different.
I agree with that. No argument for me on that.
All right.
All right, we're back with you tomorrow beginning at 11 a.m. We are with you 11 to 3 to break down day 3 of the NFL Draft. Myself, Josh DiMaggio, Will Summers with you from 11 to 3 across ESPN Wisconsin. Thanks to Jason Wely. Thanks, Homer.
My pleasure.
And thanks to Andrew Zimmel for running the show for us tonight. We will talk to you tomorrow on ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night.
I'm Coach Greg Gard, and I've spent my career teaching young men the fundamentals of basketball. Preparation, hard work, teamwork. But here's what else I've learned.